it's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. We got Ryan Sickler on the podcast today. Feitelberg is out, so it's me and Jackie. Before we get into all that, though, we heard the news about Beef passing like right after we recorded last episode. So on Tuesday's episode, we did not address it. So rest in peace to Beef, Cody. He was one of the most like universally beloved people here. Like,
yeah, I've never heard like so much.
Everybody here has beef or a problem or something with somebody, and I don't think that was the case with Beef at all with anybody.
Well, it's also like I never met him, but like, and before he died, like everyone had the most glowing things.
I know. It's
it's
one of those things where when something tragic happens, it's always he was the best friend, best father, best whatever. And sometimes it's like, well, that can't always be true, of people that something tragic happens to. But in this case, it was the real deal because everybody said that prior. This has nothing to do with the fact that he tragically passed away so young. It's just who he was. And I realized I never met him either, and I never felt the need, or I never felt compelled to reach out and be like, we should do something together, or hey, next time I'm in Chicago, or if you ever come to New York, let's get together. In my mind, I was just like, yeah, we're coworkers, and our paths will cross eventually, and I'll get to, I'll get the Beef experience, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And it never happened, and now it'll never get to happen, and it just made me realize that, it's a lot of times people throw out cliches in these moments, but I think they're cliche and they apply for a reason, because it is one of those things, don't take it for granted. I thought I would have had forever to get to know Beef, and I was like, oh, maybe we could play mini golf with him one day, and all these things, but I was just like, we'll get to that. And now, we're not going to get to. And of course, it's a much bigger picture. He's, got friends and family, and the guys at Foreplay and the people who really worked with him. It's about those guys and him and not me. But I'm just saying, from my point of view, that was the first reaction I had, was like, oh man, you can't assume, you can't take it for granted, you can't put things off to the next day, because the next day might not be here. I also realized I owed Nick Mangold $1,000.
Why?
And I never paid him. And I don't remember what it was. Don't remember why. We made some sort of bet. It was when he was in with Large, doing the breakfast. Maybe it was a football bet or something. I don't think it was just straight sports, though. I think it was a challenge or whatever it was. And I owed him $1,000. And at the time, it was a long time ago, and $1,000 was a much different amount of money back then. And I was like, yeah, I'll get you. And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I ended up pushing that down the road as well. And then, he wasn't at Barstool as often, and it just kind of went by the wayside. And I'm like, it's going to just weigh on me that I always pay your back. Always don't take it for granted. Reach out to someone, connect with someone, whatever, you got to do, but also pay your bets.
Yeah.
Because you never know what's going to happen. And I mean, what a shitty week for the big boys at Barstool. That is not a great couple days.
But I feel like for me also, it again, kind of going back on everyone having glowing things to say about them, it does just make you think it's so important to, it just goes such a long way to have good character and be nice to everyone. Totally. It does really touch everyone, and everyone just said he made me feel so special. I think that it's so important it just goes, just saying hi to someone, being nice to someone, does go a long way.
You know what is to sum up Beef, if people haven't seen this, there's a little video of him, a little compilation of every time he takes his hat off, every time he meets somebody, he shakes their hand and he makes sure he removes his hat. And it's such a silly thing, a little thing, not silly, little, but it kind of encapsulates who he was, or at least who I perceive him to be. Again, I didn't meet him, I didn't get much time with him, but it seems like he is just genuinely polite and actually interested when he meets somebody, and I want to make sure I make this person, who's a stranger up until this moment right now when I met them, I want to make sure that they know I respect them and I'm comfortable around them and all that. And that is the kind of guy he was. And then with Mangold, the same thing. Dude had this genetic disease for almost 20 years, diagnosed with it at least, and never said anything until it was he had to,
Yeah.
same thing with people who like, you know, have cancer and don't speak up on it or want it to be private. Chadwick Boseman, people like that. Like, I'm always so impressed by that because to me, I'd be like, it would be impossible for me. Like, you know, especially if people are like criticizing you or hard on you and it's like, hey, I'm dealing with something over here, you know, and those people were strong enough and like the selflessness to not, you know, speak on that or lean on that and use it as a crutch. But especially they were two very similar guys in that regard, it seems like. And
I feel like one of the bigger compliments you can give like to a guy is you were raised right. Yeah. And I feel like with those both, it's like you could just tell that they just had like they were raised so well. Like I don't know. That comes across like again even before.
And it's sad that I you know, beef is in the Invitational, and I think it's actually kind of cool that if something tragic like this has to happen, there's this like big event going on right now, and golf was such a part of his life, and you know, it's kind of like I think it should be like the beef memorial from here on out. You know, if we do this again, I think that should be his tournament. So it is kind of cool. It's unfortunate that when people die, oftentimes that's like their introduction to them. You know, I'm sure more people know Cody B. Frankie now than anybody, or than ever before. And that sucks because it's like, well, I wish everyone was, you know, giving him his props and all that while he was alive. But it's better than not at all, right? So it's like there is this cool thing for people who are now, you know, kind of who shined a light on beef, and now it's like right away you can go watch this thing that shows him at his best and happiest and finest. So a cool little way to remember someone after something so tragic happens. So yeah, that's that. And we'll talk about the Invitation a little bit, but also Fishbowl girls got themselves in a little bit of hot water. You know, how many times have I preached the good word of like the best thing that can happen to you at Barstool is that Dave co-signs you, supports you, works with you, does content with you, and promotes your shit. And if you can't get that, what's the other best thing is to stay off his fucking radar. Yeah. And the Fishbowl girls jumped on Dave's radar doing a segment a couple days ago on the show talking about what they would change in the New York City office.
I mean, like watching the clip back, like I felt so bad watching it. It obviously comes off so ungrateful. And I cannot explain how much I didn't mean. Like, if you know me, you know, like I'm seriously so grateful to work here every day. Like,
Jackie is like bleeds Barstool for sure.
I'm fucking diva in my bones, like next to Fasoli. But I just feel bad that it came off like so ungrateful because that's not even like me. Like that's
I know that is like so true. Like I can't speak for anybody else, but I know you, and I know that that's like almost the opposite. I'll shoot you a little bit of bail though. Like I didn't think that was it wasn't like so specific. Like if you came in with like a real list of complaints, that I think is a little different than like we've all complained about the Wi-Fi. I complain about the microphones. To me, that was a little more just general work venting, almost tongue in cheek. Like, wouldn't it be nice if the internet company had internet? Yeah. And that's something we've done forever. The Milton office, the rats used to chew through the fucking cords, and we didn't have internet there. We don't have internet here. Things like that, I think, are a little bit more joking. But I think his point stands that
so true.
You have to be at a certain level to be able to make those jokes, you know?
Exactly. Like, if anything, like I meant it in an endearing way, like that's Barstool, you know, like
the Barstool difference, like we always say.
Barstool difference, like, but also I'm not, and I don't know if it makes a difference, but like I meant it I've been a producer for 5 years here, not like I'm a content and this is my Fishbowl show and our micro. I don't know if that makes a difference, but like I meant it from a producer standpoint, if that has any difference, but. No, I meant it like in an endearing way. I get how it came off. I felt really bad, and obviously I'm so grateful to be working here, and like I love it, and I won't change a goddamn thing, and I don't think that anybody should change a goddamn thing for little old me. Right. But yeah.
No, I think sometimes at Barstool, like you kind of get in your own like world, in your own bubble. It's like we don't see or talk to Dave or we're just in this world, and it's like. When all of a sudden a clip goes out and you're on his radar, it's like, well, all right, I would have never said that if, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost, when you do a podcast, it's almost like, the reason why podcasting is entertaining is like, it's like, oh, these are the things that you say privately almost, and you're saying it publicly.
It's like everyone like complains about their jobs.
Yes,
but, like,
yes. But I also, there is part of me that's like, especially if you've been along for the whole ride, it's like this building at its absolute worst is still like so much better than what the past was. So some of the new people who have not experienced that, I can understand where, from Dave's point of view, it's like, it seems like taking it for granted a little bit, or, but yeah, I mean,
totally. And I, it was a good check. Like, I do forget.
That's good too.
Like,
yeah.
Like, shut up. It could have been so much, you guys had it bad.
I think that's a good point for any, like, beyond Barstool though, is like, it's only natural that especially once you are established at a place and you feel like you're safe and you're like, all right, this is my job now, that you start to maybe be critical of it or naturally take some things for granted or whatever. And then every now and then you need a little like check where it's like, oh, wait a minute, I have this 10,000 square foot, multiple studios, lighting, cameras, a ton of resources, it all costs money, all these things that we do take for granted. And there is a guy who's footing the bill and like some people behind the scenes who make it all happen. So, just a good little check.
Yeah.
I also, if I ever got the feeling that you were like that or ungrateful or something like that, this would be different. But like I know who you are, how much you are dedicated to all this and stuff. So it makes it easier to just be like, that was a stupid moment. I know what you thought you were doing. It came across this way, blah, blah, blah. If I thought like, yeah, bitch, you are fucking ungrateful, like it would be a very different story. So
it's also like if you isolate any clip, like it sounds more serious than it is. Like,
well, that's the clip culture, baby.
But I'm not complaining about the clip culture, but I'm just saying like it's like. When I saw that back, I was like, "Oh my God, Jackie!" But like, I didn't think twice about it really. And I feel like I'm so careful about what I say.
Yep.
That I didn't really think twice about it in the moment, just because it felt so non-serious.
Yeah.
In the moment, but also again, it is complaining at the end of the day, and that's not what I meant, and that's not how I actually feel, and
Game Time is the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports for one main reason: they make it simple. It used to be such a nightmare to get tickets to go see your favorite NFL team, NBA team, your favorite sports team, your favorite band, your favorite comedian, favorite Broadway show, any live event you had to worry about. Where do I get the tickets? Am I getting scammed? Are they going to be fake? Is the price getting jacked up? There was no transparency. There was no user interface that made sense. Nothing was intuitive. And along comes Game Time. Not only do they have the Game Time guarantee, guaranteeing all tickets are 100% authentic, but also the best price or best ticket available. So whether you want to get the best price at the nosebleeds or you want to get access to the courtside seats, whatever you're willing to pay, Game Time has something for you to get you in the building at the best price possible with a guaranteed authentic ticket. They make it incredibly easy to use. You can easily swap your tickets, transfer them, buy them, sell them. Everything ticket related, they make as simple as possible. Take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets, buying any sort of tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use promo code KFC to get $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, that's create an account at Game Time. Use promo code KFC for $20 off your first purchase. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. Going back to the Invitational, that dude sleeping through his tea time and then being a dick is fucking crazy. I watched, I think it was PMT. It was a clip of PFT talking afterwards. And he was saying that what they showed also like wasn't the full picture. So if you don't know, the Internet Invitational, biggest like golf content tournament ever. $1 million prize, the best and most entertaining golf creators on the planet. Teaming up with Bob Does Sports, Robbie Berger, and those guys, like massive. And there was this like leading up to it, Kirk Minahan was sort of representative of this, like they're the Barstool, they're the golf influencer world, and they're kind of like above Barstool, and they're not, interested in dealing with some of our characters and some of the dynamic that Barstool brings. There was that vibe of like, they're better than us, and they are like coming down to our level, or like allowing Barstool to be in the golf influencer world. And people deciding like, will they be a part of it or not? That sort of shit. And then so for that to be the very first thing that happens is one of these guys who, at least, I don't know him, but I'm saying from, which camp would you put him in? He's one of those guys. For him to just miss a 10 a.m. tea time, it's $1 million prize. And by the way, they're teammates. Like if you miss your tea time and like you don't get $1 million now. You suck. But PFT is like a partner with him, and now he's down 4 holes. And then he showed up and was like, "Yeah, sorry, I came from Norway. I was like jet lagged and slept in. Sorry." I think his quote was, "I wish I woke up on time." It's like, yeah, I would fucking hope you do. I know. It's almost like you're such a dick about it that like, hey, got to tip my cap. And then, PFT is, widely regarded as one of like the nicest, most like respectful guys out there, and didn't blow up on him. Like PFT would have had every right to be like, fuck you, like pay me. Like you just took money out of my pocket by blowing this for me. But he was like, I wasn't gonna, I didn't want to cause a scene and talk shit to him. Like, we're partners. That's not gonna be productive moving forward. And that apparently, like every time it was PFT shot, this guy Luke was like, yeah, you're not gonna make that shot. Don't even bother. Like, why are we even bothering? That kind of shit. So it's like, forget about sleeping in. Whatever. That is egregious, but mistakes happen. I don't think he, like he said, I don't think he planned on doing that. But showing up and being a dick in general is so lame, and being a dick after you're the one who was like clearly in the wrong and fucked things up for your teammates and all that. Like, I'm trying to put myself in that guy's shoes, and I think he probably was sort of like, I fucked up so bad, but I gotta like
be cool.
Like so nonchalant. I don't even care. Let me, that's a moment where you just have to be like, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to PFT. Sorry to Dave. I'm sorry to Robbie. Robbie Berger is like the go-between of both these worlds, like cool with Barstool and huge in the golf influencer world, and it felt like he was the one that tried to have to marry these two worlds together, and it seems like he did a lot of work or went through a lot of stress of like, let me try to keep the Daves and the Kirks in check while I tell these guys how to operate, and so I can make this all work. And like the very first thing is one of his people, like, for especially a sport that's like all about etiquette and being polite and certain rules and like red flags and things that you cannot do. Like, I don't know, this guy is breaking all the rules. Yeah. And seemingly doesn't care.
As somebody who, struggles with being on time every now and then, sometimes, I don't know, that's a great thing to bring up.
Suffers from time management issues.
Yeah. Again, probably not a great thing to bring up this episode, but you learn real quick that you can either not be good at timing, or, like if you're not on time, the rest of the time of the event, you have to be so humble.
Right.
And you have to be so sorry when you walk in.
Yeah.
You can either be a dick or you could be late.
Right.
Or be on time. But you
can't be both. You cannot be both.
You can't be both.
I like that quote a lot.
Say it one more time for the people. You can either be
a dick or you can be on time. No.
You can either be a dick or you can be late. But you can't be both.
But you can't be both.
Yeah. And you shouldn't be late either at all, period. But
yeah. But you definitely can't have any kind of Venn diagram overlap with that. I
mean, I don't want to be dramatic, but like, I feel like that's like a reputation ruiner. We're laughing. If you're listening on audio right now, there's a Diva Stool posted a tweet that said Luke Kwon with $1.7 million on the line, and it's a screenshot of Clemmer when he was doing his 24 hours locked in a room by himself, where he's just laying face down, sleeping on a fucking shitty bed. Again, I don't want to be dramatic. I don't know this guy. I'm sure he's a fine dude, but like, this is a sort of like first impressions mean everything,
Yeah.
First impressions last forever. Like, I'm probably gonna play that clip. What is that one? Luke Kwon Hardo.
Should care a little bit.
But why?
You gotta keep him focused.
You can check it over and over again. I don't give a shit.
Okay, you have to keep him focused.
I'm gonna contribute a few. No, we can just go do something else. Exactly.
Right.
Wow. This guy sucks.
Yeah.
Who are we playing against?
I don't know.
Does it matter?
No.
Okay. This guy sucks. So there's two things going on here. This guy just sucks, or he's clearly doing this like act of like I don't care, you know?
Like you think he's like trying to get hate?
I not even hate. I think it's what I kind of described is like I don't need this like Barstool world. Yeah, it's a big purse, but like whatever. PFT. I don't care what he does or doesn't do. Doesn't matter who we're facing. It's this very like I'm too cool to care, and I think that's one of the lamest things you can
I
do.
hate that.
Like caring is not lame. Not caring is not cool. Caring about stuff is awesome.
Yeah.
Like try hard. And also people do it, you know, if I act like I don't care and then I fail, then it's okay. Whereas like if I tell you I want to win this and then I lose, now like, you know, I have to take the L and people know I'm upset. Like that's the way it should be. People should know you're upset. You should be upset. And I'm not even just speaking about Luke Kwon here. I'm in general. Like you should care. You should try hard about things. And if it doesn't go your way, then that sucks. And if people like dance on your grave a little bit or clown you or run up the score, like that's what happens. All of that is better than being like the too cool for school guy. I fucking hate that.
And also just be nice to PFT,
like
the nicest guy in the world.
Right. I mean that, you know, if like he's doing it to like, I see Gaz's name on the screen there. If he's doing it to Gaz or somebody like that, like it's still like you're an asshole, but it's a little more understandable. Doing it to PFT is like fucking insane. How I wish, oh my God, if I could rewind, if I had a time machine right now, 3 things I'd do. I'd go back, I'd try to save Nick Mangold, I'd try to save Beef, and I would make sure that Kirk Seamus Minahan was paired up with Luke Kwon for this tournament. Could you fucking imagine if let's say Kirk does his whole thing where remember that whole drama. He wanted it in the Invitational, and all these golf influencers were like, I will not be in it if Kirk's in it. We made the executive decision to not, right? Kirk's not in it, right? Yeah, to not include the circus of Minahan. So that already was a thing. If let's say he argued his way into it, and then this happened, and let's say he was paired up with him, not only would Kirk just go bonkers because it's not even the money. It's like this is, you know, for Kirk it would be like the pride. But on top of all that, for him to have that ammo to hold over your head, like, oh, you guys were the high and mighty, holier than thou, high horse golfers, and we were like the trash, and now you the one who fucked up like this.
Yeah.
I mean, Kirk would never stop talking about that. It would be his show for the rest of his life. Every single topic of every single show, he would demolish these people. Again, I don't want to be too dramatic. I don't know the guy, and this is just a golf tournament. But it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like I could tell a lot about you by this whole thing, how you're acting, and sleeping in, and then how you're treating people. So, are they still in it, or like I don't know what aired? Like, did they lose? Are they out of it?
I have not watched the first episode yet.
Yeah, I don't quite know because I listened to Riggs explain the rules. By the way, I felt like I needed like a fucking
golf rules are crazy.
I needed like a interstellar, science degree to figure this out. He's like, hey, the first 9 is this, the back 9 is this. There's going to be a skins game, then match play within the skins game. I was like, whoa! It sounds cool, by the way. It's like a lot going on where there's money you can make on the side while you're winning or losing. So like, there's a lot to keep you entertained. But as a non-golfer, I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I don't even get golf right now. Yeah, I was just like, I don't even.
It was a lot. But it's. What's cool is there's the $1 million prize for the winner, and then there's this $700,000 extra dollars where like as you play as you go on, more holes get more valuable, and you could win. It goes from like 4,000 to 8,000 to every hole. So a lot of money to be made. A lot of the best, all of the best golf influencers involved in it, and then right off the bat we got drama with this Luke Kwon stuff. So check out the Internet Invitational. Fuck Luke Kwon. Shout out PFT. Crazy. We got Ryan Sickler coming up. But before we do that, I just want to run through a few topics. I want to start with this. I sent this to Jackie the other day. And this kind of started with the Life of a Showgirl reaction with Taylor Swift. And now I'm seeing a lot of videos, or not a lot, but a few videos recently that have gone viral with the same idea. And the sentiment is...
Can you plug back in?
Check. Yep. The sentiment is that having a boyfriend is now Republican. Having a boyfriend and being in a relationship is now embarrassing. It's now like for women, it's like, yeah, something they should be ashamed of. And some of it's tongue in cheek, like, oh my God, having a boyfriend's so embarrassing. But there's always like an underlying sentiment that like they kind of mean it. And I think it's kind of started, or at least came to light with Taylor Swift, when her settling down with Travis and being happy and like seemingly wanting to be like a wife and have kids and a family. We're now saying that's Republican coded and that's MAGA and that's like lesser than, it's not being feminist. You're bending to the patriarchy, all that sort of shit. And then I've seen some influencers being like, yeah, having a boyfriend is like bad for your brand. And again, I know these things are said tongue in cheek a little bit, but I think there's a real, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe you can tell me, but I think that there's some realness to this that girls are starting to feel that way. And another one that went viral was this girl saying that it's juvenile and immature to have a boyfriend. And she said, look no further than the term itself, boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm not a girl, I'm a woman, and I don't want a boy, I want a man. And so, the naming of it alone implies it's juvenile and immature, and then like the behavior that comes along with it, like being associated with a man is negative now. I'm gonna let you start being a girl. Like, what was your reaction to that?
I think, first of all, I think like the making it Republican, like there's no reason to make it like political. Like,
it's insane.
Yeah, that's insane.
The amount in general, beyond just this topic, the amount that people politicize things are fucking nuts. I did a video the other day on the girl who faked the pregnancy.
Yeah.
One of the comments was like, well, we know who she voted for. And I was like, first of all,
yeah.
What? And second of all, she's in Scotland. Not everything is related to American politics. Like, these people who see everything through one lens of like red, blue, left, right, Republican, Democrat politics all the time is fucking insane. And yes, so this is another example of that. It's fucking crazy.
I just feel like it just immediately cuts like the audience off, like turns the audience off. Mm-hmm. But I think that there's some interesting points technically. I think that like, and I just said this in a TikTok, that I do feel like the trope used to be kind of like girls want boyfriends, like cuffing season, girls want like whatever. I don't think that like, I've noticed at least amongst my single friends, there was no like urgency. And it's like, I'm 25, 26, hanging out with, there was definitely a time when like our age is like there's pressure to get married and find somebody.
You're not there yet, but in my generation, by 25, 26, girls were freaking out. So like that you're not so young that doesn't apply. It might change for you in like 5 years for your friend group. Maybe it doesn't, maybe it doesn't. But I think there has been a shift, at least from my point of view, of what I experienced, and then hearing your experience, it does feel like things have changed.
Yeah, because I feel like I even had the timeline in my head. I was like, okay, I want to get married by 28, have kids by 30. Like, I used to have that, and now it's just kind of like, 28 so young.
Dude, throw out any timeline, because like life does not comply with your rules and your timelines.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's a good rule to just like, when things happen, they happen. But also, if you are going to set a timeline, 28's too young. It is. I mean, I know it probably doesn't seem that way, like based on like history or whatever, but like at 28, you are still just so young and have so much more to experience. And like, I don't think you're even close, I mean, you can't speak for other people, but like, I think generally speaking, 28 is, even that is still, you could get, I'm not saying it's crazy to get married at 28, but like, I still think in your 20s is not, I think everything should be at least 30s.
Yeah, 28 feels young, but also it's like, again, timelines, those are just all out the window, like.
And you could be a very old 28. I don't know, like your family situation, you've been like raising your siblings or something. By the time you're 28, you feel like you're 50. Like, there are different, of course there's specifics, but I think generally speaking, everything has just kind of gotten shifted further back, especially nowadays with like people struggling to buy a home and earn, and like the economic impact of things and the way society has shifted. It feels like everything has gone later in life. The only thing that like fucks us is the biological clock, because otherwise I think everybody would be like, let's get married when we're like 40 and have kids when we're 50, because we're living to 110 now. But continue.
But I do feel kind of, I don't think that there's like, there used to be kind of like a shame in saying, I don't know, I think that there has been more, I hate to use the word empowerment, but empowerment in being single. So I do agree with that sentiment, that there's a shift, for sure. I don't think that it should be. It's also like the one fucking time I have a boyfriend. Like if it comes cool to like,
I know.
Not whatever.
But just like stop right there for a second before we even dive into the crux of this discussion. That sentence right there is fucking crazy. To be like, oh, I have a boyfriend, and now having a boyfriend's not cool. It's like, what the fuck are we talking about? None of this is ever like cool or not cool. It just is. It's like single is not bad. Being together with someone is not bad or good. These are just things that you do or don't do in life.
Yeah.
And like, if I desperately want what you have in general, then that becomes like cool to me. You know what I mean? But it could be like, I want your house, I want your boyfriend, I want your job, I want your looks. There's a million things. It's just like, I think there's like a grass is always greener jealousy thing that has always existed when it comes to single and not single. But now that has become like cool or not cool. I can't get down with that. That's fucking insane to me.
Yeah, you can't like make it like trendy to be in a relationship or not.
At the end of the day, we're talking about like love.
Yeah.
Like, of course, not every relationship or hookup is about love. It could be about sex. It could be about looks, all that shit. But at the end of the day, like in general, talking about being in a relationship is the concept of like finding someone you love who supports you to like have a family. Gotta stop touching. Good.
One more time.
Check. Yeah. In general, the idea of finding your person is the idea of like falling in love and having someone who supports you and loves you and takes care of you, and you have a family with them. That's cool. Like that's like, you can't say that's not cool.
But
it's what like I guess you can say it's. Let me change that. It's not cool. Like no one's ever like, yo, sit down and tell me stories about your fucking relationship.
Yeah.
So it's not entertaining cool, but it's cool in the sense of like, that's what life's all about when you get it right. So don't downplay that for people who have found that or are looking for that, or only because you haven't found it yet. You know what I mean?
But my counter to that would be like when she was saying, if you have a boyfriend, I think it automatically makes you more boring, or automatically makes you boring. I was like offended by that. But then I remembered like there were so many times when I was single that there would be such condescending things from people in relationships, and I just kind of made the video about this, that and all the songs are about relationships. Everything is about how like glorifying relationships, that I can't hate like here, like there should be some sort of single, like it doesn't have to be.
Somebody being a condescending asshole in a relationship is lame.
Yeah.
But that's different than knocking the concept of relationships. Like if she made a video saying people who are in relationships who talk down to people who are single or act like being in a relationship is the end all be all is fucking lame, juvenile, immature, whatever. That to me is different than being like having a boyfriend is bad.
Yeah.
Having a boyfriend or girlfriend and behaving in a way that sucks is the problem.
Yeah.
Not the notion of like finding love or finding a partner,
Yeah, no, I agree.
And maybe I'm taking it too seriously. Maybe these are like, those girls didn't seem like they were joking. A lot of the comments and feedback felt, like I said, tongue in cheek. So I don't want to look into it too much, but I just know how these things, I've just been on the internet long enough where it's like, okay, that started as a joke, or now this person's doing it for clicks. This is just shock jock attention. And then all of a sudden it's like, no, people are starting to like actually think this, or you know what I mean? So I could see this like where it's going.
Yeah, I think that you can't. Yeah, I could see how if I was like a few months ago, this would have made me feel better.
Really?
Like
that's a problem too, though.
Just because there is especially on, well, I hate to like say it's different for women, but I do think that there's a lot of like pressure on having a relationship, and again, it's just like all culture is around love stories, like rom-coms, music, all that. I do think it would have made me feel a lot more comfortable to be like, okay, yeah, like maybe it's not all about having a relationship, and maybe it does make me more interesting. And I think I actually would have found comfort in that. because there's so much on the other side.
Yeah.
That it's like good to have something and to know that it's like okay to be single, and like if anything it's not even is it like okay to be single, it's like a good thing.
Enjoyable.
It's enjoyable because I think that there's so much like rhetoric around like it's almost more offensive when someone's like, no, it's like it's fine to be single, like
Yeah, it's almost like they're treating you like a leper. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like no, you're suffering from this disease. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll figure out your singleness one day. I do get that. I would say a couple things though. Like one, I think the reason why why movies and music and TV and all that are centered around it is because it's like when you get it right, it is like a life-changing, great thing that you almost once you figure it out. I think you can say, this is something you should aspire to.
Yeah. Like,
if someone wanted to be single forever and they were truly comfortable with it, I'm fine with that. But I think there would be part of me that's like, but I just wish you would experience, like, true love because I think you would like it. But if not, okay. But I just don't think it's something you should aspire to not do.
Yeah.
I think you should... I also don't think you should aspire to not be single. Like I'm just gonna get in a relationship because I don't want to be single. That's stupid too.
Yeah.
Whatever comes your way, comes your way. I think going down a path for anybody, but in this case specifically girls, of like intentionally avoiding it because some people out there are now saying it's not cool. It's not good because and the singleness, like being single, I think if you're really comfortable and you do it right. It's awesome. I do think there's a bit of a shelf life. Like, I think, especially as a guy, there are times where I was like, I'll be a bachelor till I'm 60, man. Like this is the life, you know?
Yeah.
And then you do it for like 10, 15 years, and eventually you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do this forever. You know what I mean? So I think even in some moments where you feel like, I love being single, you might not feel that way 5, 10, 15, whatever years. So if you're like closing yourself off from the possibility of finding that because of it being Republican or being uncool, you might just you might like pigeonhole yourself where all of a sudden you turn around and you're like, oh, fuck, I wish I did have that. And I spent the last 10 years not doing it because of like internet trends and now you're in trouble.
Yeah, but also I don't even think that it would actually deter anyone from finding a relationship. Like, okay, also another thing that I think about is when you're in a relationship, it's so much easier to like feel like enjoy life. It kind of feels like everything's rose-colored glasses. It's so much easier to like romanticize everything because it's so natural, whereas like you don't have that same like chemical like rosiness when you're not in a relationship. And I think that it's important to I like that this like romanticizes the
being single
being single, because I do think it's important to
I don't think this does.
But I think it's important.
I think what you're
like,
saying is that I think what you're saying is correct. I think the way they're posing it of like, first of all, they're like treating Republican like it's a bad thing. They're treating like cool or uncool, bad, good, worser than. Like I think what you're saying is what the message should be, is that like there is good and sexiness and happiness in both sides of it.
Yeah.
Rather than putting one side of it down.
But I think that like, again, I hate the word empowerment, but I think that the word I think that empowerment is an even stronger, like even if you're sitting alone at a restaurant and you are thinking, yeah, no, I am pretty happy right now. That's one emotion, whereas I feel empowerment is the next level up, where you actually are able to feel proud of yourself, feel like a stronger, it just it takes it to the next level in terms of romanticizing it, where I don't think it would actually, I think that there is a certain, again, condescending nature that should be avoided, that I don't agree with, but I don't think that there's any harm in like feeling proud to be single, because there's, it's like 50% of a lot of people's lives, or like you're 50% in a relationship, you're 50% of not. So like, I think it's good to not like discount that, like a big chunk of your life being single. But no, but I agree with you definitely in a sense where like it shouldn't be something that you try to avoid because it's a trend. But I don't think that there's any harm in like
embracing
being single.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would actually deter. I think at the end of the day, like everyone wants to find love. Like everyone,
well, that's
you
also
know?
what I want to say. Like, and I don't want to be dismissive. Like, if someone's like, "No, I think having a boyfriend is lame, and I'm happy being single," then like I'll take you at your word.
Yeah.
But I also think a lot of times people say that when they haven't found it yet, and then when they do find it, they're like, "Oh no, wait a minute, this is pretty awesome." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
like I mean, listen, I've been through it all where I was like, I've like lost faith in all of relationships and monogamy and marriage and the institutions and all that. But like, I still would never discount or like disagree with the people who like it or are happy with it. Like to me, it just boils down to if you're really going to be about empowerment and like feminism, like let them choose whatever they want. It makes them happy. That's what's good. And I could just see a world where it's maybe more for content and just, more like Mean Girls type shit. But I can see a world where people are like, ew, you have a boyfriend. And a girl being like, oh, fuck, like, it's not cool anymore. Like, shit, you know? And that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. But it's like you're getting a taste of what all the single people have felt forever.
Yeah.
So, sorry. But I don't think either of those are right. I think, like, I think you should be able to have a boyfriend or settle down, have a career or not, whatever, and like as long as you're doing it out of like your desire, like this is what I want, then fucking do it.
Yeah.
And the like boyfriend girl, like the literal words, it's like I've heard that before. People like I say like my partner or something because when you hit a certain age, it sounds young and immature. But like I don't know. You want me to start calling you woman friend? Do you want me to start calling you man friend? Like, fine. These are just terms. I don't know.
Crazy.
Cowboys aren't actually boys. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, there are just some words that, and I guarantee you the same girl who's saying boyfriend and girlfriend sounds lame and immature is saying be a girl's girl. So, which these are just terms we use.
But I do think it's interesting to point out I do notice some kind of shift, and I can't really put my finger on it, but it's interesting that she wrote that article.
I think that if there was more content, if you will, around being single, it would probably go a long way. I could see like, Taylor. I'm sure there are songs and movies like this that exist, but it's like if there was a Taylor Swift song all about like, being independent and on your own and not needing anybody but yourself, like, and there was a movie that way.
I mean, I think there are a lot now, technically.
But they, in general, it's like every pop song you better listen to is about love,
Yeah.
Or like even not finding love. It's like you're still circling around love.
Yeah.
Where it's like, just make me a movie. What's that called? The Bechdel test?
Yeah, the Bechdel test, yeah.
It's like, that's kind of the idea. It's like, even when you're talking about being single, you're actually talking about like the absence of love rather than just like when I'm single, I work hard, I party hard, I'm hooking up, I travel, like rather than just being like I'm not in a relationship. It's like, what are you though?
Yeah.
What are you when you're single? You're more than just not dating someone.
Yeah.
Show those sort of things, romanticize those sort of things. I think is a better way to approach that than saying, well, that having one is lame.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that's lame. Tell me why that's awesome. That is how I would approach it. Because I think you're just kind of, it's unfair to the people who are in it or want to be in it or do like it, But again, it is, the reverse has been going on for a long time. So if you want to clap back in a way and be like, fuck that. But I think like anything else in the world, when the pendulum goes too far, that's not good. And then we swing it back the other way too far, Blue Chew isn't just a tablet. It's a cheat code for you downstairs. It's sort of like having a personal trainer giving you that pep talk you need to go stronger, harder, longer lasting in the bedroom. It's the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. That's Blue Chew, man, the OG. And when you want to do something right, you go to the first people, the pioneers, the trailblazers who know the most about this and have perfected their product. It's not just a supplement, it's an erection resurrection. And it's not just about performance, it's about your legacy. Because after the fact, girls are going to be in the group chat. How big was he? How did he perform? Was it good? Was it bad? They all keep that Notes app, 0 out of 10, 1 out of 10. You want to be a 10 out of 10 in the Notes app and in the group chat gossip, and Blue Chew is going to help you get there. Give her and her friends, or him and his friends, something to talk about when you lay it down.
So go to bluechew.com right now. Find out all your options. And right now we got a deal for our listeners. You can get your first month for free when you use promo code KFC at checkout. That's bluechew.com. Use promo code KFC. Get your first month for free. All you got to do is pay $5 for the shipping, and the actual product itself is sent to you for free discreetly and easily so you can use it and get better erections and better sex today. That's bluechew.com, promo code KFC, and they're going to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time, and you can join the revolution. One more time, that's bluechew.com, promo code KFC. Thanks to Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
Did you think that Kourtney Kardashian's lollipops was for your pussy?
Oh, I didn't see this.
It said the headline was Kourtney Kardashian invents lollipops for your vagina.
If it says for your vagina, then
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, right? Like, I mean, and it was...
Yeah, my head went straight towards
right.
it. It would help.
Like when
yeah.
I say, did you think that? Like, I didn't...
Yeah.
Once I took it like a step further, I was like, yeah, you're probably not putting lollipops in your pussy.
Is-
But the first thing you see is her like seductively sucking on it, and the headline said, Kourtney Kardashian invents or releases or unveils lollipops for your vagina. Mm-hmm. And the real thing is that there's probiotics in it that when you eat them in your gut, it promotes internal health, and that's good for your vagina. But the way everybody's mind went to, like, you put those lollipops in your pussy?
Yeah.
And so I joked about it, and there were people who were like, nobody thought that. And I was like, yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yes, they fucking did. And I'm sure there's a lot of smart people out there that didn't. But a lot of people, their gut reaction was like, are you supposed to put those in your vagina?
That's like very fair. And there are like pills that you put in your vagina,
right.
like for this exact reason.
It's
so
the perfect, like, mechanism to do it. Got a little stick, got a little knob.
Yeah.
Pop it in there.
Yeah.
It's not that crazy. I'll just say
It's not that crazy
It's not
at
that
all.
crazy.
If anything,
And
like,
the way they rolled it out is like that's what they wanted, and they achieved that.
yeah.
You know? Yeah, would it be an absolute nightmare if you put it in your pussy? Yes. I get it. Yeast infections, all sorts of shit. Understood. I'm just saying that's where my mind went, and I think that's where a lot of people's minds went. And that doesn't make you dumb, but it does make you a pervert.
Also, Kim just came out with like the Bush thong.
That's what that was my point too. Is like they're doing
PR stuff.
They're doing like inflammatory, crazy shit. Could have easily been like, put on your hairy thong and pop that pussy. Could have easily been that, right?
Yeah.
Right. Come on. So, Kardashians, they're the greatest to ever do it. They just never stop. Like when the people say like, is enough enough? Like, does Kourtney Kardashian need to be making pussy lollipops? Like, just go sit. Just stop. You guys you've done enough. You've conquered like the world. Enough. We also got the herpes monkeys running around. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
there was a truck carrying monkeys that were being studied in a lab at Tulane University. Very funny that like Tulane has the STD monkeys. It's like, yeah, I know. You're out on Bourbon Street. You're not alone, monkeys. A lot of people come away from Tulane with fucking STDs. I get it. But the monkeys were aggressive in nature, and they carried COVID, herpes, and Hep C.
Jesus Christ. How do you lose track of these monkeys?
Well, they crashed. So when I feel like this has happened before. I remember one that was like 250,000 bees were in a truck that got overturned. There's always trucks carrying important animals that overturn. I'm woke to that. I don't know. Something's going on there. All these trucks overturning always carry precious cargo one way or the other.
Yeah.
And it's either something's up and it was like by design, or God damn it, we need to start hiring better fucking truck drivers because you can't overturn the truck with the monkeys.
Oh, or you gotta have your best truck driver.
The one.
For monkeys with herpes,
hepatitis C, and COVID.
That's
Imagine getting herpes from the monkey,
From a monkey?
and
Yeah.
having to explain it to like your long-term wife, and just like you're not like I
it's like,
swear to God, I got bit by a monkey.
It's like, so babe, you saw the news, right? You saw that truck, like, it's like that's the new. I got it from a toilet seat. I don't know if you guys, that was like a big thing when I was younger.
Did you
It's
get your
like
dick sucked by a monkey?
that would be even funnier. I got it from the monkey. You fucked the monkey? No, it bit me. You thought I fucked a monkey? But yeah, I mean, if you guys haven't seen the movie Outbreak, it's a movie from the 90s. It's fucking awesome. And it's like literally how this movie started. Like a monkey escaped.
Really?
Like one monkey like ruined the world. So let's fucking catch that monkey. They said we destroyed all the monkeys except for one. I was like, destroyed. Destroyed was the word they used.
Nuts.
Not put down, not like remedied the situation. It was We destroyed the monkeys.
We made sure they were dead.
They're broken. I'm picturing them like exploded, just like loading up this monkey with like an AK. Like we can't even identify it as a monkey when it's done. We destroyed it.
That's nuts that they said that.
But I hate to say it. I like monkeys. I'm an animal guy, but I'd rather a monkey be destroyed than not destroyed if it's got COVID, herpes, and hepatitis C.
Yeah. So they gave these monkeys.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they do test studies and shit like that. Either that or those monkeys are just sluts.
Yeah.
I was like, man, COVID, herpes, and Hep C. It's like that was me in 2020 running around town getting crazy with it.
They're people's husbands.
Yeah. What else? We do a couple things.
That was you in 2020.
That was my behavior. I was on a run there. I don't know. A couple more things before we wrap up. Number one. Kevin James's viral campaign on Instagram. Kevin James is pretending to be an art teacher named Matt Taylor, and he's just doing videos. His new Instagram handle is @it's Matt Taylor, I believe, and he just does these videos like, "Hey gang, what's up? It's Matt Taylor. I'm here to do my pastel drawing today," and it's just Kevin James. And it's very clearly a marketing campaign. If you go look at his IMDb, he has a movie coming out where he plays a guy named Matt who has been left at the altar while in Italy. And he discovers the beautiful Italian landscape. So I'm sure he starts painting it. So this is just promotion for a movie. I'm cool with all that. Guerrilla marketing. I'm cool with if he just said, like, if his PR team said, we're going to do this weird little social media stunt and it's just going to get you attention. I'm cool with all that. It's the reaction that is driving me fucking insane. I'm taking this, like, to heart. I'm taking it so seriously. All of the headlines, and maybe they're a part of the PR campaign. I could see them paying people to, like, write articles in this manner. But all the headlines are like, is this Kevin James?
Oh.
And it's like, yeah, it's fucking Kevin James.
Yeah.
Is this real or is this a bit? Is it brilliant comedy or is this really an art teacher named Matt Taylor who just looks like Kevin James? Can you believe how much these two look alike? It's just Kevin James. And
it's gotta be. They gotta
be part of it, right? Or they're just like we'll play along with the joke, but. I'm not seeing any articles that are like, check out this cool guerrilla marketing campaign. All of it is like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, we need to be better than this on the internet. We have to know by now. It's just Kevin James.
To be fair, though, like, there is that Zendaya lookalike. There's, like, a Lady Gaga lookalike. Like, there's, like, a lot of really close lookalikes. And Kevin James is just kind of like a average-looking white guy.
It's Kevin James, Jackie.
Yeah, no, I know.
See,
it's Kevin James.
You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it.
No.
You're doing it.
I'm not discounting the fact that it's Kevin James, but I could see that there being question of it being Kevin James isn't out of this world. And I'm not saying I think it like.
I think you do.
I'm not questioning if it's Kevin James.
That Matt Taylor and Kevin James are two different
No,
people.
I think that I understand. It's Kevin James. It's Kevin James. It's a PR stunt. I'm saying that. I don't think it's the craziest world to have a question confirming, is it Kevin James?
I hate you so much.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm right on that.
No.
That
you're
Zendaya
not.
look
You're
like is
definitively
fucking
not.
nuts.
What?
That Zendaya look like is nuts.
I actually don't know that one. Is it really bang on?
I'll tell you right now, it just looks a lot like Zendaya. Like you can picture her.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be Zendaya. And last thing here, Kent State gun girl, poop girl's back.
Whoa.
She went viral for another video where she's interviewing these old liberal women, and she says if you know Caitlin Bennett, I fucking hate her. We've had our back and forth for many years on the internet now. There's the story. So she's the girl who goes around to campuses promoting the Second Amendment and like loves guns, and then there's this rumor that she shit her pants at a frat party. So she went from gun girl to poop girl. And in this video, the girl she's interviewing, the woman she's interviewing, is also an asshole. She's like, I'm happy that Charlie Kirk's dead. What's funny about it is Caitlin Bennett's like, You do? And she's like, I do the same thing that Charlie Kirk does. Would you care if I was, what would she say? She said, I do the same thing that Charlie Kirk does. Do you wish that I'm dead? And the woman goes, I don't know, maybe. And then she literally clutches her pearls. She's like, you should be ashamed of yourself. She turns to another woman. She goes, your friend has wished death upon me. And her friend goes,
wished death upon me. Like she's like medieval.
It was so dramatic and so funny. And so I posted a video about that. And of course, if you do anything on politics, people, you lose followers or people get mad at you. And I'm okay with that. But I do draw the line at Caitlin Bennett. If your politics is your identity so much so that you like gun girl videos, you're too deep into politics because that girl objectively sucks. If you need to be able to be on the left and say when there's a Democratic spokesperson, content creator, that person sucks, even though I agree with them. And the same thing with the right. And if you're just like, nope, I support Caitlin Bennett videos, I love her content because we align politically, that's the problem with the world. If you cannot just say for a second, hey, we agree politically, but you fucking suck.
Yeah.
That is like the whole problem with the world today is the inability to do that. Just separate those two things and the world would be a better place. And that, like, look no further than that right there. That's the example. We got to figure out a way to do that as a people.
Yeah, I think that so what does she do? She makes YouTube videos.
And she just always, like, it's just like, she was early on. Like, she was kind of Charlie Kirk before Charlie Kirk. She never rose to that level, but she's doing Man on the Street, and she's just like, I love my guns, and she does kind of this gotcha shit where it's like, she, finds a way to make people who want gun control look silly and put out a video where she looks good and all that sort of shit,
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's if that girl was not talking about politics you believe in, you would never care about that content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's a good somebody once told me, like, if you, in terms of teetering on, like, if you're trying to, like, cut for something and if you're teetering on getting, like, an eating disorder, the way that you can tell is if you start worrying about the calories and seasoning, and that's when you know that you're going too far. I almost feel like
if you're looking at the calories of, like, salt and pepper.
Yeah. Or, like, you have, like, some kind of, like, weird seasoning, then you go, oh, I need to reel back a little bit. Caitlin is a good test.
Great, yes. If you're like, if I'm subscribed and I'm logging on for the latest Gun Girl video, we got a problem.
Yeah. Just take it back. And again, same with somebody on the left.
Right. It's not, if you make bad content, there's not much on the left, but, like, if they're out there and they suck too.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Speaking of life and doing it the right way and talking through all this stuff, we got Ryan Sickler on the pod. He is one of the best, most insightful guys out there. I love talking to this dude. He's got just a great outlook on life, great opinions. We sat down with him for almost 2 hours and we talked it all up. He's the man. He's the fucking best. Ryan Sickler, very funny comedian. His podcast is The Honeydew. He talks to people from all different walks of life. Very successful in the comedy world.
Great storyteller.
Absolute great. Amazing. This was just story time with Ryan Sickler. Stories with Tracy Morgan and partying at the Playboy Mansion and everything he's done. His near-death experience. He's got his new special out. So a lot of really insightful and interesting stuff with Ryan Sickler on KFC Radio. Let's talk to him. Kraken is the best, easiest, and really only way to buy, sell, and trade crypto coins on the internet, because there's all these different, like, dark web and unofficial sites and all these things that are totally fugazi. A, you're going to get scammed or robbed. B, they don't have any customer service. C, they don't have access to all the coins you might want to sell and trade. And Kraken not only takes care of all that, but they put it all in one easy-to-use, intuitive app so that the regular person can buy and sell crypto. You don't need to be some, like, crypto bro, NFT king in the dark web, deep corners of the internet who's been on Bitcoin since it was worth $1. No, this is for the regular average person who wants to get involved with Bitcoin, wants to get involved in some of the meme coins, and wants to ride the crypto wave. Right now, there's over 300 different crypto coins that you can buy, sell, and swap on Kraken. Also, they have Kraken Pay, which is an easy way to swap crypto currency back and forth. So you and your friend are all on Kraken together. You get this round of drinks. I'll buy the tickets. You pay for the parking. I'll pay for the trip. You pay for this round. Whatever it is, we can sell. We can swap our money back and forth with no fees, and you don't have to link your bank account, so nothing slows it down. There's no time lag. It's just boom, boom, send the money. Also, the best part of all, there's the Kraken referral bonus. Right now, if you get one of your friends to sign up and use Kraken, you can get a $200 USDG bonus just for telling people to get on the best crypto trading app there is. So use it yourself, stack that money, and also bring in friends and make additional money because of it. What are you waiting for? Head to kraken.com/Barstool. It's KRAKEN.com/Barstool.
KFC.com/Barstool. Not investment advice. Crypto trading involves loss of risk and is offered to U.S. customers, excluding Washington, New York, and Maine, through Payward Interactive Inc.
How you doing, big man? You good?
I'm so good, dude. Thank you for having me here.
Always.
Thank you for having me back.
Always.
I appreciate you making
There's a few people I always tell, like, open door whenever you're on the list, bro.
I appreciate it.
Can put that on your resume. You're on my list.
I'm on the KFC Barstool list, bro. I'll take it all
Lists are
day
big
long.
deal.
You're looking good, too.
Yeah, you are, man.
Thank you.
Real true.
Thank you. Making me feel good. I'm the healthiest. I mean, at 52, I have to say I'm the healthiest I've ever been, which is crazy.
You know what,
That's
though? Doesn't
crazy.
surprise. Like, I mean, of course, yeah, it could surprise you that just like you get older, you get worse. But I almost think that I'm realizing that as like, I think your 30s and 40s are the time where you're like, I can't possibly get in shape, or you're so busy or whatever, and then eventually you're like, I got to do this. You know, so I can see at your age just being like, as contradictory as that is, it also makes sense where it's just like, I got to handle my shit. You know?
Yeah.
No more excuses, no more little kids or whatever else was putting it off.
no.
Now it's like, I got no reason to not.
Well, you know, also, I have a kid. My daughter's 11 now. And prior to that, like, I didn't eat Doritos and shit. I never had
so you
that
got the
crap in
snacks
my
in the
house.
house?
Oh, mac
yeah,
and cheese. And then whatever's left, I'm over there powering it real quick. I'm like, I didn't need to do that. Like, why am I doing that? I have a horrible relationship with food. Maybe you're like this, but if the Ravens get a second win, I'm gonna be excited. Let's eat. If we lose,
If you lose, I'm depressed.
I'm
Let's
eating the
eat.
whole pizza. If I'm bored, what do we got? I'm gonna eat.
Yo.
It's a very unhealthy relationship with food. but-
I don't know anybody who's not like that. No, you're actually pretty good with like real food.
I'm good
Like I
with
feel like
real
you'll eat like
food.
salads and grilled chicken and shit. It's the candy and snacks afterwards, right?
Yeah, like when I eat healthy. Like if I eat food, but like what you're saying about food, like it's a real addiction.
It is.
Like the second I have a bite, I feel my brain like click into a new
Change,
mode.
yeah.
And it's like, we're gonna do this for the next 3 hours, buddy. You better
Yup.
lock in.
Yeah. When I sit across from people on my podcast, right, the Honeydew, where's my camera? Where am I at?
You're
There,
right there.
right in front of my face. Watch the Honeydew. Watch my new special, Live and Alive, streaming now on my YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Go up. It's free. It's all about my health, near-death experience, and all that stuff. But what the fuck was I just gonna say?
Pizza. We were eating. Brain addiction.
Addiction.
Yeah.
So I haven't now. I mean, I was a drinker before, but I dated a girl that I'll take the long way around. I
That's
dated
why
a
we're
girl
here, baby.
who was a drinker, and I'm at the clubs doing my shows, 3-4 beers, and then she gets a DUI. And I watch what she has to go through. I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but in California, you lose your license for a full year.
For one.
1 year. But here's the thing though. It's a $10,000 fine. Your insurance rates go up if they don't drop you. You now have to go to AA classes. I didn't know they made you do that.
Oh, I didn't know that
yeah.
either.
And then you have to get like signatures. You can't dog it. You got to go and get that person's signature. Then it was ride to bus, public transportation for a full year. After that year, you get your license back. But what doesn't happen is that DUI doesn't get all that doesn't wipe that DUI away. Right. It stays there. And I was like, LA is a driving city, especially. I mean, I got there in the late '90s, so there's no Uber and shit.
Right.
And it's like, fuck. I just had 3 beers. Even if I'm totally fine, and I drive home and a fucking dog runs out.
Right.
Anything.
Someone else is drunker than you are and hits
that's
you,
right.
right?
I got it
it's
on
not
me.
you, it's them.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
And I was like, no more of that
Yeah.
shit. So then when I had all the health scare, when I clotted and everything, they were like, you're on blood thinners now. You should consider stop drinking. And it wasn't a thing for me. Like I could have a 6-pack in my fridge for months.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
I
with
can
you on that.
drink half a beer.
Yeah.
Okay, I sit across from people on the podcast that tell me I can't.
If it's in front of them, it's going down.
Not only one, they'll say, I'll have 20. And then every single person almost has said that same thing and then says, and that's not an exaggeration.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that with food. I can eat a piece of pizza, be full, and I'm like, the next
going.
one.
Yeah.
The next one. Like a golden retriever. I'll eat till I'm fucking sick.
What's your favorite slice of pizza? The next
The
one.
next one.
The next one, bro.
You know.
Sushi, seafood.
How many
pizza.
rolls, sushi rolls, do you think you could take down?
Eat. I mean,
50?
A party
100?
platter. A party platter.
I actually.
Good sushi. Though. Don't give me some imitation
gas
crab
station shit.
California roll. Get that fucking shit out of my face. You give me some good sushi, I'm in.
I made the decision recently, I think, and I'm not going to really stick to it, but I'm pretty sure I'm out on seafood. I think I'm done. I think I've had.
Why?
Because you shit his pants at Julian Edelman's house. That's why. I'll tell you why, Ryan.
Hey, bro, that'll do it. That'll do it. Did it go on the couch? Did it go through your pants, bro?
I wasn't going to tell you the whole story. I was going to say I don't like shrimp anymore. I don't like the taste. No, you shit your pants at an NFL legend's house. That's why. Bro, the way Edelman's setup is...
Wait. During the interview, is it bubbling? Are you panicking?
Brother, it is great. I'm sweating. I'm wiping my hands on my fucking
goosebumps and stuff like
Yo, I'm literally like living out my dream, like having the most fun of my life, talking about one of my favorite games with a guy who played in it, and all I can think is clench those cheeks, Johnny boy, clench those cheeks.
Do you even know what he's asking you or talking about at that point? Or
He's
you
like,
just so in your head, like,
Bill Belichick, Patriots, Super Bowl, yeah.
oh, God,
My mouth's fucking watering, you know.
Bro, get this though. This is my favorite part. He's like, I need to use the bathroom, thinking like, all right, we're done. I'm in the clear, and the bathroom's like right next to the studio. It's like, yeah, go right here, Ryan.
No.
Yeah.
There's like 7 people in the room, and he's
No. Oh, did you do it?
No,
You chose to shit yourself.
So once I got to the
You chose the quiet shit myself over the loud, appropriate place to shit. I don't know if I'm mad at you. I don't know if I'm mad at you.
Right? There's like, I couldn't be like, yeah, no, that one's not gonna work for me. I need the one down the street, Jules. You know? But yeah, I got in there and I was like, I'm just gonna pee and I'm just gonna go.
Let me interrupt one more time. Where'd you get the shrimp? The night before or his?
No. Everything was the night before.
Okay,
I got to LA
all right.
the Monday before and I just fucking was hammering seafood.
Yeah, but this is what John does. First of all, you've never met someone who gets food poisoning more than this guy. I would say I've had food poisoning like twice in my whole life, right?
I'd say that's fair. I have
like
food
a real
sensitivities.
bad, right? But like a bad bout of 24, 48 hours of puking and shitting, like
two
twice,
or three of those, yes.
maybe 6 times a year.
I was gonna say quarterly at least.
Yeah, quarterly.
You're throwing up like that and
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
He said
What's
he puked
getting
like
you?
20 times, shit 20 times.
But how old are you?
I'm 37.
Bro, you haven't done an elimination diet to figure out what's making you shit
but
yourself
here's
in
the thing.
public?
Let's start with eliminating this. Let's start.
I would do that before I'd quit drinking for a DUI.
Bro, it's really not that hard. All he needs to eliminate is like the gray shrimp.
Yeah.
He'll look at something and be like, "This is rotten." Oh,
I
just
would-
eliminate that.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. So hang on. So all right, I got a little bit here. So we were at this restaurant, a nice restaurant, and
What's the name of it?
Hillstone in Santa Monica.
Mm-hmm,
And I was biting a shrimp that I'd already bitten, and I noticed a bunch of gray spots on it. And I remember just thinking, I never seen shrimp with gray spots. And I ate it. And then I got really sick. But then this is what happens to me. This is how it happens. This past weekend, I was up home. My sister got married, actually. And the day before the wedding, I was heating up some chili in my parents' house. And I went and put some like hot sauce on it that came out just like brown and gross, right? And I like to the point where when I put the hot sauce on the chili, I went, ugh! And I jumped back.
And you ate it.
And my aunt goes, "You're still gonna eat that, aren't you?" And I went, "Well, yeah. When I shit my pants at the wedding tomorrow, everyone knows why."
At least I'll have a reason.
Did you shit at a wedding
No,
too?
I was fine.
Oh,
I was
my
fine.
God.
That's why I take the risk though, because I'm usually fine. Occasionally, I will shit my pants.
What's usually? Here's. I think we have a different definition of usually.
yeah.
Quarterly, you're shitting yourself. That's not usually fine.
Quarterly, I'm getting
Food poisoning.
a foodborne illness. So I can usually keep it within my system until I get to a bathroom. But yeah, I'm getting a foodborne illness.
So you shit yourself while you're doing the interview.
No, I made it through, but like immediately after, I was like,
He was squeezing. He was clenching
In that
the whole
toilet
thing.
next to all them.
right next door. Yeah, but so what
You
that was.
just made me think of a great story.
Hit it. Let's go.
So a friend of mine from high school, I'm gonna say his name, Eric.
Full
He
government.
and his wife have been together. They were high school sweethearts. They've been together. They're like the one couple I know from high school, still together, 3 kids. They're great. Heather's a nurse. His wife's name's Heather. And they have a holiday party they're going to. Eric's a big dude, big football player, big beer drinker, like an Artie Donovan, like a goose. Guy can just go. And they go to this little holiday party. And at the time, he's got these crazy stomach problems. They can't figure out what's going on. He's drinking all this shit to go in the hospital nonstop. And he is just shitting himself randomly at times when he can't even help it. So they go to this holiday party, and it's in Maryland, and it's in a little community of townhouses, all touching each other, you know. And the typical townhouse in Maryland, you walk in the front, there's a bathroom right here, just a toilet and a half bath.
Yeah.
A little powder
Living room, kitchen back here, upstairs, bathroom, bedrooms, downstairs, bathroom, bedroom, narrow, go out back, there's a little backyard. House is full of people for this holiday party. Eric's got a shit. He goes upstairs, there's a line. And he's like, fuck. And he's telling his wife, he's like, I gotta go. And she's like, Eric, you can't go in that one. It's at the entrance to the door when you walk in, and everyone is partying here. And he's like, I gotta go. I'm gonna shit myself. He goes in there, and he shits in there. I swear to God. Party's over. They all left. Bro, they left.
He cleared the
They
party
cleared
out?
the whole house out. Yes, everybody's like,
See, like,
it wasn't even 30 minutes into the party, and everybody fucking left. His wife
How
is
mad was
telling
she?
me, she was
like all this
she gotta go
planning,
see
all
these
this money.
people work every day. Like, hey, remember that time your husband shit? Like, I could taste it, and my food, I had to leave.
and they're just like, you live like that every day.
Every day.
Yeah, that's the bigger thing. That's just her life.
So I can understand why you didn't want to shit in that toilet there.
Oh my God.
It was yeah, we made it out alive.
How about this? We got another guy, Dana Beers. He's lives up to the nickname. Guy can chug faster than maybe anybody I've ever met, other than Pat McAfee. Drinks 30 in a sitting. Just the ultimate consumer. Just consumes. And him and a couple of the other big fellas had a little hypothetical. This was like a few weeks ago, and it was, what number is higher, the number of times you shit yourself or the number of people you've slept with? And
Oof.
right?
I
And
got rolling through my head. I don't know. At this age,
but the way in which Dana was so
They're both disgusting numbers.
so like I feel like this question's either a pretty easy answer, like one direction or the other for you. Or there are the people who are like, this is a nightmare either way, But the ease
do
with
sharts
which
count?
I'm gonna say if
shit
comes out of you, not into the toilet.
Yeah.
That's the
you gotta wipe your briefs, you shit your pants.
yeah. I don't
You
care
gotta
the
throw 'em away.
consistency or whatever. But the way in which Dana was so quickly and so like defiantly like, oh shit my pants, and they were like, oh, like, you really haven't gotten that much action, huh? And it was like, no, I've done well in that department. It's just not about this,
I've slept with 100 women. I've shit myself 450
Bro,
times.
it's not even close. It's not even close.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Crazy to
wait,
say
It's
that.
not even
you
close.
shit yourself more.
Yeah.
Really? I feel like
Really?
you put up some numbers in your day too.
Yeah, bud. It's
You
fucking
should
shit myself,
see-
though.
You should see somebody about that.
by
should
fucking,
really see
by
some
the standards we've set out here today, wiping briefs. Yeah,
I-
been shit in my pants.
Like I could be damn near a virgin and my number would still be higher than the times I've shit myself.
What?
Yeah. I've been able, I don't want to brag, guys. Don't call me arrogant or anything. I've
old
been
are
able
you
to
now?
control my asshole. I'm 40.
Wait till you hit your 50s.
I know. And that may be
Wait till you
true.
hit your 50s.
And that may
That's
be
when
true.
the sharts begin. I don't know what's going to happen in my 60s. If it's sharts now, I'm worried about my 60s. I'm not going to lie. But I was with my daughter. This one got me too. I was with my daughter. And she's like 5 at the time. And I'm pumping gas. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to shit. Oh my God, I got to shit. And I'm at a gas station. I'm like, I'm not going to that gas station. I look over. And
Your daughter's in the car, by the way?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's a Jiffy Lube right over here. And I go, Stella, come on. And she runs with me, and I go, listen, sit right here. I'm going to use this bathroom. She's like, okay. So she's just sitting there. I go, problem is, it sucked. The lady,
It sucked.
like, it was the greatest bathroom.
Yeah, you're taking a shit in a Jiffy Lube. I know it sucks.
No. This is what I'm saying. The lady just cleaned it. Oh. It was pristine. But I sharted. So I'm in there. I'm taking paper towels. I'm cleaning myself up. I throw the underwear in the trash can.
As one does, yep.
And as soon as I walk out the door, she wasn't done. Here she comes.
Oh.
She knows I threw the shitty underwear in the
Absolutely,
trash can.
she knows.
She just cleaned the fucking bathroom. She's waiting
my
for
underwear,
the guy who interrupted the cleaning to come out. And I'm like, Stella, come on, girl. I fucking threw her in that fucking car seat. We hauled ass. I left my car at the gas station. I didn't drive over. I left it at the pump, dude. I was about to ship myself.
The thing is still in.
I come back, people are filling up their lawnmowers and shit. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Oh my God! God bless you, Jackie. By the way, just
Yeah.
the amount of times that she's heard us talk about shit in our
sorry,
pants, it's just it's too good, man. So wait, tell me about this. The shirt you're wearing is the year 19 what Civic?
So this
1989.
This hoodie right here is my 1990 Honda Civic
1990.
with original rims. I got this car. I used
Sitting
to,
on 12s about?
Probably
11 or 12 inch
12s,
rims?
yeah. I got this car. I used to work at a junkyard growing up. My friend's dad owned a junkyard in Maryland, so I worked at his junkyard starting in like 7th grade all the way up.
What does one do at a junkyard?
Well, when we were kids, he would have us do all the aluminum. Like we were
Scrap
recycling
metal.
way before recycle was a thing.
Yeah,
So we're
yeah.
scrap metaling. We're filling up. Look, back in the 80s, we would take so bad. We would take seats and we would burn them. We throw them in a dumpster and burn all the seats because the metal frames in the seats. So we're burning all that upholstery and shit up into the 1980s.
That's what happened to the ozone.
I was going to say, Ryan Sickler, the hole was right above Sickler's junkyard.
We were hitting Freon out there too. But we would do that. We'd go around, grab all the old scrap metal, and then he would just have us organize the garages so all the transmissions look nice in a row and we can find them. Because it was all in his head. There's no internet then.
No.
It's all in his head.
got
And
all
if you
cataloged
came
up
in like, I need a Ford Explorer right side passenger mirror, he would say, Ryan, take this guy up on the hill. This is hilarious. Take this guy up on the hill and get him the mirror. It's 3rd row, halfway back on the left. He knew every fucking thing. And they didn't have internet then. So we're in Maryland. They had a phone. It's kind of like a super walkie-talkie. It was an actual phone. You pick it up. And you would just say, hey, I'm looking for a 1989 Chevy Chevette bumper rear. And then somebody on that phone would be like, I got one. And you'd be like, where are you? I'm in Virginia. So it was an area.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, Ryan, get in the truck, go down to Richmond, pick up this bumper. And that would be like my day. Or go to West Virginia, deliver this motor. It might be 4 hours in, 4 hours back. But we're kids. We're 14 years old. Imagine right
You
now.
would hop in the car?
We all had a yard car.
Wow.
If you had one that ran. So I had a Delta 88 one time. Was really no door. I had a pickup truck.
Wait, I'm sorry. What's a yard car?
So yard car was the place is massive. It's acres.
Oh, I
Like
see.
one that drives
So
around the yard.
if you got a car that came in that ran, and you'd be like, "That's mine."
Yeah.
I
see.
want
I'm
that
sorry.
Chevette right there. And you'd get that, and that was your yard car. That was if I told you go up and get this door, you're driving up there, you get in the door, you're bringing it down. But these guys, I mean, imagine like I'm 52 right now, and Mr. Roy would be like, take that guy up on the hill. I'm 14 years old. You're getting in my yard car, and I'm driving you up the hill to get this shit. Children.
see over there?
Oh, yeah. We're stoked. So I've been driving since 14. Like he would let us drive everywhere. But I got this car from him. So this car I bought from him, and then I put $300,000 on this car. This car went everywhere with me. This car has been from Maryland up to Maine, down to New Orleans, across the country 3 times. I did 70. I did 40.
No way.
This
That
thing was
car fucking
boss.
handled up. No shit.
So I
They don't
moved-
make them like they used to.
No, this was a lawnmower. You know what I mean? That's all this was. It really was. Just a little lawnmower. This thing made it up to Colorado Rockies during a winter storm.
No way, dude.
Dude, this car nonstop. My buddy had a house. Every car got stuck on up the driveway. And his mom's
You're
like,
just like,
please don't drive up here. You're just going to be in a... She's like,
Passing by like Beamers and Benzes. See ya.
we were driving through Ohio when I first moved to California, and it was a snowstorm. It's the only time in my life I've ever seen frost on the inside of the windshield. We're scraping it from the inside, and they're telling you on the highway, pull off. They're going to let you sleep at the mall in the parking lot, wait it out, and we were like, nah, fuck that. Civic roll right on fucking. So I get to California the second time because I went in '94. And when I woke up the morning I'm leaving, it's MLK Day, 1994, and I'm sleeping at my friend's house. And his mom, who was like my mom, she's shaking me awake. I'm leaving that day. Ryan, you don't have a school. I think I'm dreaming. She turns on CNN, and there's the Northridge quake that destroys the college. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's where I'm going today.
Holy
You don't have
shit.
a school.
Yeah, I thought you meant like school's been canceled.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
The school does not exist.
There was a few people that died. The city got
Jesus.
fucked up. The whole school was fucked up.
What year is this again?
94. So what did I do? Packed this motherfucker up and went right out anyway.
Yeah.
I did a semester out there, and it was fucking terrible. I mean, the city was wrecked. They brought in the little tray. I had one class. This is also how dated it was. It was teaching us MS, what was Lotus and MS DOS.
C:\\\. Yeah.
We didn't have any computers. This guy's just telling us how to do it. We're sitting on a sidewalk under a palm tree for the whole semester. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? He's like, so what you do is this. I'm like, what we do is what? We don't have computers, bro. The parking structure is destroyed. It's destroyed. So I go back home and I finish at Towson. And then I come back out. So when I come back out, I drive out again. I move into this fucking dump in North Hollywood where I would go jog, and I was reminded by all the cholos in the neighborhood that, hey, you know you're the only white guy in the neighborhood, right? I was like, nah, I got a roommate. There's two of us, bro. I'm the only white guy that jogs in the neighborhood. First night I moved there, this is a true story, body chalked on the street.
No
the
way.
police come over. They tell our building, hey, 2 buildings up is a known gang building, you know, blah, blah, blah. We're like, what the fuck? And this place was, do you remember Melrose Place?
The show? Yeah.
Okay. This was a white trash Melrose Place. It was same layout, pool in the middle, everyone around, 2 floors.
I always thought that was a cool, like, hey, if me and all my friends could live there, this would be awesome.
That it would have been if it was nice.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
was trash. I mean, our landlord, the manager, washed our checks and stole from us. This dude
Really?
was good. He would walk, because we're writing checks back then.
Yeah.
He's washing our checks.
Wait, what does that mean? What does that mean?
So he would had a little. I watched it on YouTube. Like you could take a solution and you can just make the ink disappear on these checks. So he's washing.
You ran from Frank Abington.
I was gonna say that
Abagnale.
Yeah, it's
Abagnale.
straight up.
This
This
Leo,
guy's
catch you if you
washing our
can.
checks,
Yeah.
drying them out. Now he knew someone at the bank. So let's say you're working Wells Fargo and I'm doing this, and we're buddies. I come in with a check now that says it's blank, but I wrote it for $2,000. There's really no money on that check. So I'm giving it to you and I'm going, hey, I want to make this deposit, but give me 1,000 of it. I'm really depositing nothing.
Right.
And
Getting $1,000. Yeah.
this dude's doing it to all of us. We all started getting notices in the building, right?
Yeah.
So this other lady lives there.
hustle.
Now, this lady, this is a trash building, I'm telling you. I've never seen windows like this in my life either. They were glass, like blinds. You ever see these? They're slats, and you crank a handle.
Yeah.
They're floor to ceiling, and they're slats. They
Yes.
just open it. You know what I'm talking
Yes,
about?
yes.
I had never in my life. To this day, it's the only place I've ever had like that. So I don't have AC because the AC freezes over. It's a wall unit. It's 105 degrees. I'm sweating my balls off. So I got the fucking things open, and I keep coming out of my shower, and there's random cats in my place, and I don't have cats. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Random cats. But I leave my front door open because I'm also white trash, and it's hot as fuck, and I don't care. And every night this blonde lady walks by, and she's got different animals and stuff. And I realized they're her cats. So I go to her door And I knock on it. She won't answer. And I can smell her apartment before I get there. Oh. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I'm like, hey, I know you're in there. I hear you. Like, can you please stop having your cats run in my home? So one night she walks by and she's got a chinchilla. The next night she walks by, she's got something else. Another night she comes by and she's got a fucking snake around.
Nah, this bitch is a zoo.
And I'm like, and I don't like fucking snakes. I am not a fan of snakes. My brother terrorized me with snakes when I was little. This dude, keep me on track here.
Put a pin in that.
This is why I'm scared of snakes. Yeah. It's my turn to cut the grass. I have a twin brother, fraternal. We look nothing alike. We got the same snapper lawnmower that they had in Camp I Me Love, the ride mower. If you ever seen that movie, that's the snapper one we got. Little bag catcher on the back.
Yeah.
It's my turn. We have a buddy that lives a couple houses up. I'm in the backyard, cutting the backyard, and I see my brother and him fucking around in this pine tree with a broom handle and a trash can. And I know there's a snake, and they're trying to get that snake into the trash can. I know these two. And then I'm going around. I got my old headphones on, you know, the yellow Sonys.
Hell yeah.
I'm going around, and I look up on our deck, and my brother's standing there holding like a 6-foot black snake, and he's acting like he's going to throw it on me. And I said, don't do it, Dick. Don't fucking do it. I go back. I'm in shape back then. Yeah. I'm shirtless. It's hot, Maryland summer. I'm going around. I'm not paying attention anymore. They left. Next thing I know, I feel on the back of my fucking neck. And I look over, and there's a snake's face right here. And I said, I grabbed it. I threw it on the ground, and here he comes. Don't do it, Dick. And I turned that fucking mower around. I put the blade down. And I fucking took that bag, and I dumped it out. And I said, there's your fucking snake, you piece of shit.
Warranted. Very
this day,
justified.
To this day. So now this lady's coming by with a snake, and I'm like, don't fucking come in here with that goddamn snake. And she's slurring and swaying and stuff. And I go, what the fuck do you do? Who are you? And she goes, just like this, I'm Hugh Hefner's number 2 zookeeper. And I said, get the fuck out of my face right now. No, you're not. She's like, yes, I hiccup it. Yes, I am. I'm like, no, you're fucking not. And she's like, yes, I am. And she goes, I can prove it. I go, how? She goes, I'll give you a tour. I go, when? She goes, when do you want one? I said, tomorrow. She goes, okay, and bring your video camera.
Get out.
I was like, So she gives me the address, and I drive over to this address, and she's like, you're going to pull into the maintenance gate where the groundskeepers and everything work. I'm like, okay. So I pull up to the Playboy Mansion, the gate, and I buzz the thing, and they're like, how can we help you? And I was like, I'm here to see, I don't want to say her name. I'm here to see Diane. They're like, nothing. And I'm just sitting there, nothing. That gate ain't moving. I'm like, this fucking bitch. I put that car in reverse. Gate starts opening up. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
It worked. It fucking worked.
So I pull in. I park right there in the motherfucking place. You don't get to park. I've been to the Playboy Mansion after this.
Yeah.
You meet at the Mondrian. You get a shuttle to the Playboy Mansion.
You don't pull up to Hugh's front door.
Hugh's fucking house.
And this is prime years for Hugh,
This
too.
is
This is like
1994.
he's cooking.
This is before. This is before Girls Next Door and all that.
Right,
He's really
right.
in it.
This is like the magazine was dominating
He's
the world.
actually banging the girls at this time.
He's probably in there right here. Right here fucking these girls. Yeah. I pull in and she says, you don't get to do this. And she told me to bring my camera. She's like, take a picture of your car in that driveway. And I was like,
No
You're
way.
gonna want
and
that.
then
You fucked her.
hell no. Then she's legit. She's legit. She takes me all over the Playboy Mansion. I go to the grotto. She takes me. They have a whole reptile section over here I didn't know about. You know what I mean?
I didn't know it was like a zoo. I knew it was lavish.
Oh,
I didn't
bro.
know it was
I
like
think like a monkey cage, right?
She takes me to the monkey cage, and she goes, get in there. And I'm like, nah. She goes, get in there. And she gives me grapes. And I stand there, and these little tiny monkeys, these little guys come down. And it's cool and creepy because they have, their little paws are about as big as your thumb, but they're fleshy. And they're touching you. And they're all over. And I've seen monkeys rip people's faces off. I'm not the animal guy. I tell my brother all the time, the way you all go to Gator World and put your kid on the fucking gator's back and shit. And I look at the line of people, it's all white people.
I was gonna say that's how white people die.
It's all
That's
white
how
people.
white people die.
One brown, not even a tan person in there. It's all white people. Like, get my kid on the gator's back. It's got its mouth shut. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So I do it anyway. Great time. Monkeys are eating. There's peacocks, albino peacocks. I had no idea he had that kind of.
Yeah, I didn't
She
know it was in
walks
your
me through
bag.
where I
Hugh.
can go through the house. I go to like the game room, and she's like, this is like a sex floor or something. And you walk, and it's like just thick velvet cushion as you
On the ground?
Yeah, on the ground.
Ooh, that's cool.
On the
Maybe
ground.
I'd fuck on the ground again. I'm retired from that. I'm always on the bed now. Maybe if I had a foot of velvet, I would fuck on the
Good for your
ground.
back.
Yeah.
And then I get to go another time. I get to go coincidentally another time. A friend of mine, Shannon Patterson, whose dad I bought this car from.
Wow, this
who
car's
owns a
got
junkyard
stories, man.
in Baltimore right now. He hits me up, and we had a buddy named Zoomy, and he goes, "Hey, you know Zoomy's sister's Biz Marquis business manager?" I was like, "What? How have we known that motherfucker all this time?" And he's like, "So Biz is DJing the party. It's the year Jamie Foxx is hosting the ESPYs.
Okay.
Biz is doing the after party, and they're doing a party at the Playboy Mansion." And he's like, "Can we come stay with you and go?" And I was like, yeah. So we do. Now, I can't pull the Civic up into the driveway. So we go to the Mondrian. We get on the shuttles over. This time, I'm on, this is all times, on my bus is Peyton Manning. It's Antonio Tarver, the boxer. And at the time, they were talking about, I don't know if it was the Preakness or the Derby or whatever, but they kept saying, and he was fighting Roy Jones at the time. Mm-hmm. And they were like, who's going to win? Who's going to win? He kept going, Jones. And they're like, Jones? He's like, Smarty Jones.
Yeah.
Remember Smarty Jones? Yeah. So we're riding with LeVar Arrington. There's a bunch of people. Now, I think the baseball guys during the summer, baseball, basketball, hockey, they weren't there. But football was there. And I can't remember. Maybe there was a little basketball there. But anyway, these guys we're seeing Tom Brady. They're all there. Ray Lewis. They're massive. Mm-hmm. They're massive. And we're just walking around with little peons. And I'll be honest, people always want to know about the Playboy bunnies. The ladies that work there, they weren't that beautiful at all. They had so much. They had like body makeup on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't the ladies that were after the athletes. Those were way better looking than the Playboy Playmates. Those ladies were like, I'm gonna get set over here.
Yeah.
But man, it was an event. So they had Friday night boxing.
At the mansion?
At the
Wow.
mansion in the back. So I got to sit front row, watch this fight. There were two.
Wait, they would have the
There's a bunch
fight
of
would be
Olympians.
there?
Yeah, there was
I
an
was thinking
actual
it's on
fight.
TV.
No,
in
it was
a ring.
in the backyard of
God
the Playboy
damn.
Mansion.
With like real boxers. Like
Yeah,
Roy
it
Jones
was
was
the
fighting there.
Friday night. No, it wasn't the Tarver. It was
Got
just
it.
like ESPN Friday Night Fights or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So they had this
But they
match.
were like sanctioned matches. Like
Oh
they're
yeah,
just
live stream from there. We're
Yeah.
sitting front row,
Yeah.
and I remember sitting with these two sisters. I don't remember what they did. They were Olympians, and they crushed. I can't remember, and they were twins. I don't remember what they did, but there was Olympians. There was all athletes. You know, it was the ESPYs.
Yeah, sure.
So I had worked with Tracy Morgan a year prior to this, and Tracy Morgan is the greatest. Tracy Morgan taught me so much, and he said to me too, you know, I was so used to doing a lot of smaller rooms in LA where you don't have a big stage and you stand still. So I was, even on a big stage, I wouldn't move much. And I was working with him, and he said, hey, come here. And he said, I'm going to tell you something that Eddie and Martin told me. And I was like, listen whatever
up.
it is, I don't care if it's a grocery store tip. I'm listening. But he said, those people over there, they all paid the same price to see you. Make sure you go see them. And I was like, and then what that also did is it helped me, you know, you don't realize it. When you're watching something live, if you're standing still, you better be Jesselnick or
unbelievable.
Stephen Wright.
Yeah.
Banging them out.
Right.
But the walk helps me think of what I'm going to say next. And there's also something else going on for the audience. So you go over here. I was like, great. That really helped me open up the stage. And I haven't seen this Tracy Morgan for, I promise you, at least a year. At least. I'm with my buddy Shannon. I'm with Zoomy. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, everybody's around us. Tracy Morgan walks around the corner. Ryan Sickler! And I said, there's no fucking way. What are you doing, baby? Comes up, hugs me, like, you're rolling with me the rest of the night. And I was like, yes, we are.
Goddamn right I am.
Yes, we are. So we hang out with Tracy Morgan all night. And he goes around, introduces me to everybody. Like, he's known me for, I did a weekend with him. I can't even believe he remembers my name. But he's like that. Comedian Steve Simone's a great friend of mine. Hadn't seen him in years. And one time, Steve's at the Comedy Store. Tracy Morgan hasn't seen him in years. Tracy comes down the stairs, and Steve said it was one of those moments for him where I was like, this makes me feel accepted. It's all the big comedians. And Tracy Morgan comes down the stairs and locks eyes with Steve Simone and goes, reunited and it feels so good. What's up, Steve Simone? And went right to him. Bro. And he was like, oh, Tracy Morgan, I've got the best stories. I'll do a quick one and then I'm going to come back. So Tracy Morgan one night, everybody's got a great, you know Bert's story, of course, the shirt, that's how you get out of paying for a check.
No.
Guys, we're going to do Tracy Morgan's.
Please.
Phoenix is the only drink that combines everything I need into one can. This is not your typical energy drink. First of all, Phoenix gives me natural energy through green tea rather than artificial caffeine garbage. It also has 0 sugar and 100% daily value of 8 essential vitamins for immunity, and there's nothing else on the market that does all of this with complete functionality and great taste, by the way. I like the blueberry lemonade, I believe it is. There's all sorts of different flavors. We've tried every single one here at the Barstool office, and all of them are getting rave reviews from people who drink energy drinks regularly. Whether you're crushing morning workouts, or you're fighting through the afternoon lag, or you need to pick me up for school or work or parenting, whatever it may be, Phoenix gives you all the energy with great taste, no jitters, no crash, just sustained performance when it matters most. Right now, go to drinkphx.com and get $5 off your first order. Everybody here at Barstool is drinking them and loving them. Even the people who aren't into energy drinks are like, Phoenix is where it's at. So go to drinkphx.com, promo code Barstool5 for $5 off your order. Once again, that's drinkphx.com. Promo code Barstool5 for $5 off your first order.
Steve Simone goes out with him one night, and Tracy loves the party. Tracy was, at least back then, drinking, having a good time. But he had like no cutoff switch. He could go. We're talking about those guys that could just go. He can go. And they're out partying all night. Steve blacks out. He said, Ryan, I don't know what the fuck happened. I woke up in my home to the smell of bacon and eggs. And I walk in my kitchen, and Tracy Morgan's standing there, shirtless, making breakfast. I said, nah. He goes, yup. And he goes, Tracy has been up all night, looks over at me and goes, you got Tracy Morgan making breakfast in your kitchen. What's that say about you, son? Tracy Morgan's the fucking best. He remembered he's the best. Anybody ever talks bad about him, I'll smack him in their fucking face. Tracy Morgan's the shit. So we hang out with him all night at the Playboy Mansion. Now the next night is the ESPYs party, or excuse me, the award show, and then the after party is going to be at the Mondrian again, where we got the shuttles to go to the Playboy Mansion. And the Mondrian's right directly across from the Comedy Store. It's that hotel. It's got the 2 big doors, and it's got a beautiful infinity pool. It's got a great view. It's high end, you know. Yeah. So this is my second time. I'll have to come back partying with Tracy Morgan at the Mondrian. So we don't go to the award show, but we go to the after party because Biz is DJing and we're on Biz's ticket. And Biz is in the VIP, so we get to go in the VIP. And everybody's there. Samuel Jackson, everybody, and just hanging out. All the athletes are there. We're drinking, we're having a good time. And Tracy's like, Ryan, come up here and smoke with me. So I'm smoking some weed with him. He's shirtless. He's having a good time, and he's offering that shit to T.O. and everybody, and they're like, I can't fucking smoke. I can't have that shit, dude. I'm going to get tested and be fucked up. So he and I just smoked blunts, actually, with him all fucking night, all night at the Mondrian. He's the best. The year before that I worked with him, he gave me his number, and he was just leaving SNL because he was getting a sitcom on NBC, the Tracy Morgan Show, I think it was. It was like a family sitcom. So he's now in LA, and he gives me his number. He says, hit me up. We'll hang out. And I'm like, he's definitely never going to hang out.
See you never. Yeah.
So I wait like maybe a week or two, and I hit him up. And he's like, come out with me tonight. Meet me at the Mondrian. I'm like, okay. I'm a fucking writer-producer at the time for ABC Family Channel. I'm just doing promos, and I'm doing my comedy at night, but that's my day gig because I got to have a day gig to, work. And I leave work at like 4 o'clock, and I go meet him at the Mondrian. And I go a little late because I assume it's going to be Tracy Morgan and a posse, at least a few people.
Yeah.
And I get there, and it's Tracy fucking Morgan. And I'm like, is anybody else joining us? He's like, nah, man. I was like, what?
You're on a date with Tracy Morgan.
And I haven't eaten at all.
No.
And this motherfucker starts ordering champagne. To this day, I won't drink champagne. Like, I've never had a hangover in my life. Like, champagne made me just want to pop my head. Made me want to take a pin and blow it up, you know? I'm so fucked up. So we start drinking champagne all night long. And Tracy's being Tracy. Tracy and I are bonding. His dad's dead. My dad's dead. He's pouring Cristal on the floor, on the deck for our dead dads. He's buying a bottle here. These ladies. And now it's like fucking 11 o'clock. I haven't eaten. I'm fucked up. Mm-hmm. I go in the bathroom. I don't feel good. So I'm like, I'm going to make myself throw up. I go in, I just stand right in the urinal. I just power the alcohol. There's no food. It's just liquid, just powering it out.
Came out almost the same exact way, right?
Just it's like, it out.
You can put it back in the bottle.
It tastes the same. You know what I mean? It's going champagne. So I walk out and Tracy Morgan goes, if you're going to party with me, man, you got to eat something and hang. I said, well, I didn't think I'd be partying with you by yourself for 8 hours. I thought I'd come comfortably for an hour or whatever and leave you and your friends be. And now I'm in committed. Yeah. You know, now it's 2 a.m. They kick everybody out, but Tracy's Tracy, so they let us stay a little longer. There's these ladies he's been talking to that are staying at the hotel just to the right of the Comedy Store across the street. Mm-hmm. And he's like, Ryan, let's walk these ladies over to the hotel. And I said, okay. And he's like, will you buy him a rose? Listen, I have no fucking money. But he has just spent gazillions of dollars all night. So I get money and I give it to him. He buys roses for these ladies. And I don't know if you've ever seen the Punk'd where they got him with the Jaguar. They were towing his Jaguar and he got in the car on the rollback. He's like, no, you ain't taking my car. It was like a $100,000 Jaguar. That's the fucking car he's got this night. Mm-hmm. We walk these ladies across the street. We walk right back. Tracy tells the valet to pull his car around. Valet pulls his car around a little too fast, and Tracy is not fucking feeling it. He lets him know, hey, motherfucker. You don't drive this car like this. He's like, get in, Ryan. I'm parked behind the Pink Dot on Sunset, which is a couple blocks west of the Comedy Store on the same side. Mm-hmm. Not far. Tracy Morgan, we're pulling out of the, it's like a little circle. We're going to go left on Sunset. This motherfucker hits the gas. I mean, after telling this guy not to fucking pull it into that, fishtails onto Sunset Boulevard, we're going 2 blocks. I mean, I shot back this, I'm like, Tracy! And he pulls behind the Pink Dot. He's like, you got any more of that weed? I said, yeah. I gave him some weed. And he's like, I love you, man. Kisses me on my cheek. And I didn't see him again until the fucking Playboy Mansion. Now, I'm so fucked up. I sleep in this Honda Civic behind Pink Dot till like 7 a.m. I can't go anywhere. Yeah. I just sleep in my fucking car. I drive away, and that's the end of Tracy Morgan until the Playboy Mansion fucking hits. So then we all start talking and trading Tracy Morgan stories because he's the best. Bert Kreischer's got the best one. I'm going to try to do this justice. I'm sure I'm going to fuck it up. This is the way I remember it, but Bert was, he was the number one party guy at Florida State. He's doing comedy in New York now. And this is the way I remember it. So, bear with me here. But I got the most, the points are going to be correct. So Bert's in New York and they're all doing clubs and Tracy's there. And Tracy says, Bert, you want to get nice? And Bert's just like, yeah, I'll get nice. No idea what get nice means, but Bert's like, I'll get nice. And he takes a hit of this joint and he throws up immediately. And he's like, that's not weed. And Tracy's like, oh no, man, that's PCP. And Bert's like, what? You just gave me PCP? He's like, yeah.
Straight out of the first training day. I didn't know you like to get wet.
That's the first time I've ever smoked PCP. And he's like, you gonna roll with me tonight? No. They go uptown. I believe they go to Harlem. They go to like an all-black club, and the New York clubs down the sidewalk. They go in, and Bert's the white guy in the club, and Tracy's. Buy a bottle here, bottle here, shirt off, the whole thing. And They're drinking, having a great time. They're about to leave, and the lady, I believe it's a waitress or something, slides a check to Bert. And Tracy sees that. And Tracy slides a check over to him, and he starts going off. Well, you think this is my manager because he's white, this is reverse racism, the whole shit. He's going off. And they're like, hey, you need to calm the fuck down. He's not calming down. Bouncers come over to clear it up, and Tracy punches one of them in the face.
Oh, shit.
Now there's a fucking melee. Bert's on PCP. Okay. First time on PCP. He's the only white guy in there. There's a melee. He is scared to death.
Bert's on PCP.
Bert's crawling out of there. Bert's crawling out of this fucking place like, fuck this shit. He goes up the stairs, the New York clubs. He's out on the sidewalk. He's just standing there. He said, next thing he knows, the doors fly open. There's a bouncer on each arm and leg of Tracy Morgan. He's shirtless. They throw him up the fucking stairs. He said, like a cartoon, he skids on his belly. And then he said his shirt comes flying out behind him and hits him in the back of the head. And Tracy Morgan stands up and he shakes his shirt out and he goes, and that's how you get out of paying for a check, Bert. He saw the check. He saw the price, and I was like, "Fuck that, dude!" I got most of the points right. I promise you.
Fucking as good as a story gets,
bro.
Bert's
That
story.
is, you know what that is? That is, that's like your Charlie Murphy real Hollywood stories.
That's Bert's-
Swap out Rick James for Tracy Morgan. You
Bert
tell
Cro-
that story like, holy
you know what?
shit.
Everyone, there was someone that hit me up. I won't mention their name. They were in the industry, and they were like, "Hey, would you come on this thing and tell your Tracy Morgan story?" And it was like for $800, and I was like, "No, no. If I'm gonna tell it, I'm gonna tell it for free, where I want to
right
tell
way.
it with my friends the right way. Like I don't want to make money off of Tracy Morgan's story,
Right.
But I do think there could be absolutely a Charlie Murphy, Tracy Morgan, because everyone's got one.
But I also think you're the storyteller to do it too. Just I don't know. It just
Man,
you
they're so good. Like Bert's is great. I mean, hanging out with him was like just. Also, he's so kind. I don't know if he's like on the spectrum in a good way where he remembers people's birthdays and names, but I couldn't get over that he remembered either of my names.
Right.
Yeah.
Right at all. But he's the greatest.
See, I'm such a massive 30 Rock fan, and oddly, like we haven't really talked about Tracy Morgan that much on this show. Like for how important he is in comedy. Like it just weirdly, I think we haven't had a ton of people who had a connection to him. But that's just awesome hearing he's such a good dude.
You go back to Tracy Morgan.
I've never
early
heard
days.
a bad thing about him.
Nope.
Like he's one of those guys where every story, even like last year, he obviously some health issue, and I think he's all right. But he puked on the floor.
Oh, God. He had probably had bad shrimp.
And
Bad shrimp.
he was just like sitting there,
Courtside.
Wrap it up, Julian.
Courtside.
Wrap it up.
That was me in the Mondrian Hotel trying to empty out just to keep partying with him. Just powering it out.
Tracy
Like, I'm
probably
good.
broke his own rule, man. He was Tracy Morgan, was partying with Tracy Morgan and didn't eat.
Listen, I've been a Tracy Morgan fan for a long time. Like Martin. Do you remember him on? Did you watch
I
Martin?
did not see Martin. No.
Did you
No,
watch
but
Martin?
I have, but I don't
You
remember
will
him.
when I say he used to come on with a Tweedledum hat, and he would
was
open
him.
his overcoat and he would sell rotisserie chickens.
Yeah.
Broad Man was the guy upstairs on the 5th floor. Tracy would come and sell shit in his
Yeah.
jacket. He started
I
on
didn't
that.
realize it was him.
Dude, he is like my favorite in the pilot of 30 Rock. Is how I knew like I was gonna love this show.
That's him, though.
That's
what they always
playing
say.
himself.
That really is him.
That's the vibe I got. But he walks into a diner and he's like, "Can I do it for breakfast?" He's like, "Can I have an apple juice?" And they're like, "We're out of apple juice, sir." He goes, "All right, I'll have 4 beers then." And I always remember that being like, "That's my guy."
He's
That's
really
never
intellectual.
had him?
no,
That's like
no, and
that's
really
surprising.
like
You should have him on here if you
Yeah.
can get him on. I'd love to too. Have you seen his Netflix special?
no.
The opening of the Netflix special. All right. He's got the actual Staying Alive music. He paid for that. He's got a bag. He's got a Walmart bag, and he's walking through like Brooklyn. And he's going to the bodegas and these places to pay his debts. He's owed. He walks in with a Walmart bag and he sets it down and he's like, I ain't gonna be able to pay it. And the guy's like, Tracy. He's like, I'm just kidding, man. Got that Walmart money from the accident. Walmart was pissed. They wanted him to take that out of the opening. He's like, no. It's got a Walmart bag with cash in it, bro.
He's like, he probably told Walmart, like, I wish your fucking truck didn't hit me.
And kill my friend.
I'm pretty pissed too, bro.
Also, kill my friend.
Let's call
They had a friend. I mean, come on, man. So fuck you, Walmart. Fuck you.
We don't really like
But
that.
Tracy Morgan's the fucking best. So that's the 2 times I've got to go to the Playboy Mansion were this fucking lady, and then got to go with Biz Markie, and also to hang with him too before he was massive, like a big dude. But I loved the way he DJ'd. He would mix some old school Hall & Oates in with some shit, and I'm like, Biz had the greatest style. I loved it. And he was very well respected too. That's the other thing. Everybody knew Biz. Everybody.
I'm not like a rap guy really, but I know Biz Markie. I don't know why I know him, but I know that.
You probably know "Oh Baby, You Got What I Need." Everybody knows that.
Yeah, but I feel like he also popped up in like some movies or TV or something, right? He was like in the industry a little bit.
He was such a unique character, like a big dude with a lisp and everything. He was like silly, never took himself too serious or anything.
Any more of that in this world, shit.
Oh, you know who else didn't take themselves too seriously? Denise, I believe is what you called her. Denise should just say she's the zookeeper.
I'll tell you the truth.
By the way, going back to that, your next special needs to be called "I'm Hugh Hefner's number 2 zookeeper."
Well, that's
unbelievable.
Denise is actually in this photo right here, but I cut her. She's in the original. I got her.
Denise, have some pride. Just say the zookeeper.
That's what I say.
We
Why
all know
number two? But also, it makes you think too. Like she probably did say that once, and somebody said, "Listen, bitch, you fucking know your place. You're the number 2
regional manager."
That's right. Yeah, the assistant to the regional manager. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, the Playboy Mansion. As you were explaining everything, I was thinking, what a nightmare.
Yes.
The last thing I would ever want is that house.
Yes.
You know, like, I mean, listen, if you're a partier and you're a sex addict and you have all celebrity friends and you want that life, then yeah, it's awesome. But man, when I go home, I want to go home. I don't want to go to a fucking zoo. I don't want to go to a party. I don't want to go to, why are you on his property walking around in the middle of the day? No fucking
construction going 24/7.
Does he have like a wing that he lives in, and then there's a circus over here?
There were definitely. I was allowed downstairs, but there was no. It's just like Graceland. We ain't going up the stairs. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's roped off up here.
Yeah, that's a strange life.
I agree. I don't care. I would never want that. All I want. Look, the older I get, man, I want a smaller house with bigger property.
Mm-hmm. No, you don't. No, you don't, bro. No, you don't.
I want a small house. You don't think I want a house?
No, the property, man. The property is just like I got a piece of property that's 1.6 acres, way bigger than anything I ever thought I was going to get in New York City, or New York area. And everybody kind of warned me. And I'm saying this, I'm like a city guy, so maybe you do want it, I don't know. But I'm like a city guy. And so they're like, the upkeep and the maintenance. And I'm like, I'll be able to mow the lawn or whatever. I'll figure it out. And then there's just like shit you don't fucking realize that's like, I got to control this whole fucking or it looks like white trash, overgrown.
I was going to say, we're going to get go-karts and four-wheelers.
Yeah. So that's why I can't speak for you. Maybe you do
want to spend all that money landscaping or take that few grand and get a four-wheeler and a go-kart and tear that grass up. That's all I want to do.
You want like a piece of land.
I want to get the fuck away from everybody.
That I understand.
You know what I want to do? I want to get a piece of land in Maryland. I want to have a small house right on the water where I can throw my crab traps in on Monday and let them sit all week. And on Saturday, pull them up, eat some crabs, drive my four-wheeler around, fish a little bit, and fuck off. Just leave myself alone.
Why don't you do that?
That's coming. Yeah, that's coming. I got another 7 years before my daughter turns 18, and then we'll start
cashing out.
Every night I'm on a fucking Zoom or Zillow. Looking at houses all the time.
You're in LA now?
Yeah, but living in LA, like even my business manager's like, we should really start looking at buying. And I was like, look, after what just happened in Altadena and the Palisades, the way it burned and the way they're fucking those people.
Yeah.
Like I get that it's an appreciation over 10 years, but I don't know if I want to be here another fucking 10 years.
Or if it's going to last 10 years.
And let's be honest too, in LA, I'm not kidding you. I live in a good area. And if you want a house in that area, it's 1.5 for
minimum
for a
garbage.
Stucco 60s thing that you'll have to demolish if you don't want to live in it, and then
put another $1 million in.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
crazy.
that. I'm not doing that,
dude. So. It's like not a secret. Everyone's been talking about this, but in the major cities, it's impossible to like live. I don't know how people do it.
I just did Stavi's podcast and they had a caller call in. He said, my wife and I are millennials and we just bought a house. And I'm sitting there thinking, how the fuck y'all do that?
Yeah.
And he goes, we got a rate on it. It was a good deal because, and we're like, here we go.
Someone was massacred in
Yes.
there. Yeah.
A wife murdered her husband, stabbed him or shot him 11 fucking times, drug him down to the basement. And they bought the house. And their friends are all like, you're fucking crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy. And we're just like, the housing market is so bad that you
Willingly take the murder house.
a murder.
Yeah.
Not a just. Now, I would be all right with it if I was that dude's raping her or whatever, beating this woman and she shot this motherfucker. I'd be like, fuck yeah, we're in a just a brutal fucking homicide. I don't want those ghosts.
They got it on the
coming
cheap
around.
though, bro. I don't know.
That's what you got to do. $50,000. I'm like, I'm a pass.
Dude, and I gotta be honest, it makes it where I think the ghost is gonna be worse if it was a murdering woman.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. I can handle a murdering guy.
Yeah, the dude
Hey,
might
you
just
killed
want
your
to
wife?
watch.
Yeah,
I
we
heard
know
that.
how
Just sit on the
goes.
couch quietly.
Bro, I heard that, and for some reason I pictured in ancient Japanese culture, it's talked about how women ghosts haunt the properties, and all I could think about was that. And I was like,
No, thank you, man.
I'd rather have a crazy guy just slamming cabinets all fucking night, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Rather than some chick meticulously fucking tearing my life
Yeah,
apart.
like guy ghosts are just like guys. It's like, I don't know, what the fuck are you doing, dude? A girl
Will you
ghost,
stop
watch out.
slamming the fucking doors?
Yeah, girls are stupid. But I would do shit like this.
Yeah,
yeah.
Just
That'd be
make
my-
a little mess.
I'd be over here on the side.
I'd be like, all right, fucking Ryan.
Knocking
Yeah,
shit
but
off.
like, I feel like a woman, she's tickling your feet at night.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
I don't know what that
Fucking
is.
burners are on and the oven, the stove and shit. Like,
But yeah, I mean, like, unless you're living, somewhere that's not very populated, or you're very blessed, or you're buying a murder house.
murder.
And
house.
like, I think previous generations like ingrained in us that like renting is so idiotic and so stupid. And of course I understand why, but also it ain't so stupid anymore.
Not anymore.
It really
Not
isn't. It's like,
anymore.
I can stay
also,
in this
like leasing
beautiful
a car. I used to rock my car till the wheels fell off.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that shit anymore.
No, and
Every repair is $2,500
that's
fucking
the
dollars.
thing.
Yeah.
If they made it like
Right?
that, fine.
Yeah. Yes.
But
I
it's
worked
like
on this car.
Yeah.
I did the oil changes. I did the brakes. I did the tire rotations. I did the tune-ups. Now when I pop my hood, they're like, "There's 23 computers on this car." I'm like, "What? I can't work on that."
Yeah, right.
And it's also
That's
like
a
I
great
feel like it's
point.
almost
God damn.
designed to fucking give you 4 years and then be done. So it's like I'm gonna drive this thing into the ground and trade it in because it's gonna fall apart
There's
anyway
no
because it's
maintenance
garbage.
or anything.
It's like yeah,
I got it for
yeah.
3 or 4 years. I
Right.
don't have any maintenance issue unless it's
Right.
a lemon. There's no problem. Boom, I'm done. I'm out.
Next one, like
Yep,
let's
next
go.
one.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have anything to show for it at the end. I get that with renting or leasing, but you also don't have crippling debt from trying to take out a loan and overextend
Then
yourself.
I learned
That's
shit
like,
too. Like if the pipes bust on the sidewalk in front of your house, the city's like, "That's your problem," and you're like, "Wait, what?"
No shit.
Yeah, shit
Yeah.
like that you don't know. Like I've been talking to realtors, like, give me like if I get in this house and all of a sudden we got a fucking poltergeist, what the hell happens? And they're like this and this and this. I'm like, fuck. That's why I'm saying unless you're gonna buy like a newer turnkey ready home, why am I dropping 1.5 to 2 on a fixer upper?
or unless it's like that and this is an investment and all that. But the
Yeah.
amount of people who are not thinking that, they're thinking I'm just buying my house and now you got all this responsibility and all this shit to fix. It's like you're crippled. Like it can ruin your life. It's
Yep.
like supposed to be the American dream or like the thing you do. It's like just stay in your very nice luxury apartment that you're overpaying for a little bit each month, but you don't have to deal with
the movie.
the beauty
All
of just
of
like picking up the phone. The air conditioner's broken. The fucking window cracked.
That's the other
Whatever.
thing.
We'll be there in 4 seconds
Right.
and they'll fix it. Can't
Yep.
put a price on that.
But even back when again, I grew up I'm born in 73. And when I went to school in the 80s, all my teachers had homes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Teacher could have a home.
Probably by
They had
themselves.
houses,
right?
not apartments. And we knew that because we found out where they fucking lived in high school. And we go buy an egg a couple of them. This bitch got a house. You know what I mean? They all had houses.
You're ready to throw it. You're like, damn, she's got it like
house.
that.
I'm like, that's
I mean,
got a
Yeah,
split floor
I was gonna
up
say
there,
that. I know Mrs. Manchester. Mrs. Manchester, three teachers, 3rd grade, had a nice ass
she
fucking
got it
house.
going on. Yeah.
You could then. Now you
I
can't.
mean, if you just, it's like the down payment on a house now used to be the full cost of a house.
Yeah.
It's like, and yeah, of course, like, you know, salaries have gone up a little bit and housing prices have gone up like as much. How the fuck are you supposed to do it?
I'll tell you one thing that I'm still mad about was, and you can relate to this, you have kids. During the pandemic, when we had to homeschool our kids, okay, I talk about it in my special. Go watch my special live in a live stream on my YouTube now. I lost my shit. I started taking Lexapro during that because I lost my shit. Like, to be a person who's creative and not be able to leave and go do that, and now you're telling me I got to go to school with my kid, because my daughter was 5, so she's learning how to write and read.
Right.
So I got to be there.
The important years.
She's not
there's
a teenager.
There's a slew
where I
of kids
could
who
say,
got fucked.
Do that, and I'll check it later.
Yeah.
I got to go to school with my kid, and I'm fucking losing it. And all that time, we're not teachers or anything. Don't you think the government could have come in and said, hey, for this 1 year, we'll give you no interest on your debt.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll wipe off the interest.
Right.
You still got to pay
Just throw
the
us a
20
little
grand.
bone. Yeah.
We'll wipe off the interest.
Yeah.
Anything to help. Nope.
That's a great.
And it's
point.
like,
Anything.
what's the difference? It's, you know, one
Can we get
point
a
whatever trillion or
$20,000
one
What's
point.
a teacher make? Could we write half of that off?
Yeah. Right.
Could we?
Right.
They don't
Especially
make much anymore.
Once you know it's all fucking made up anyway. It's someone pulling levers and
Yeah.
pushing buttons. The debt's this, the inflation's that. It's all fake. So just throw us a bone. Give us a break.
Lost my mind during that.
So yeah, I mean that there's
Also
that.
started smoking way more weed.
Yeah.
I never smoked the amount of weed I smoke now until the pandemic.
Oh, I
hit.
thought you were always a weed guy.
I was a weed guy, but I
not
mean,
like this,
once
yeah.
once
you start,
we're
you can't
getting up
stop.
at 8 a.m. and we're not going anywhere today, bro. I'm lighting up at 8:30, and did consistently. I'm up, I'm smoking, I'm going to bed. I don't listen. Even as a parent, I don't have to drive anywhere today. I don't have to do anything that requires anything other than just being present. And then when my daughter's with her mom, I can't. What am I going to do?
Yeah, no.
I'm just podcasting.
Yeah.
Thank God we could do that.
Yeah, for real.
That was it. I'm just smoking weed, no drinking. Smoked a small forest. I say it all the time. Like, I'm not better than anybody. You know, don't be like, oh, Sickler doesn't drink anymore. I don't, but I smoke weed way more than anybody you probably know.
smoke like weed. You're like a weed guy, right?
I'm
like
big-
actual weed. You're rolling joints, rolling.
Yeah.
Is that you
I
smoke
like
joints as your
joints are my thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love it. And here's the other thing that's interesting. So when I, because of the hospital's mistake, when I clotted, and I thank God I made it, I was like, I guess it's the end of, cannabis for me. And they
Yeah.
were like, no.
You're good
and I
to
was
go.
like, oh yeah, you guys are cancer doctors. And then they start telling me, obviously, I'm meeting with a cardiologist, pulmonologist, the back surgeons, everybody, oncologist, because I have a blood disease. They're all telling me we would prefer if you don't ingest anything unhealthy. Of course.
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
No
No
toxins
alcohol,
at all.
no
whatever.
toxins. However, if you're going to take anything, cannabis is the one. Do not use any tobacco products, cigars, cigarettes, dips, none of that shit. Do not vape. They couldn't have been more clear about the shit they're seeing from vaping in that hospital. And my lungs are filled with clots, and they're like, do not vape, do not vape, do not vape. A friend of mine, his son was 27. This just happened like last year. Started feeling real tired, whatever. He goes to the hospital. They tell him, you have a hole in your lung. Do you vape? And he's like, I do. And they're like, listen to me. Good news is you stop now, the lung will repair itself, which is amazing. Mm-hmm. And then you can never vape again. Like vape.
What's so much worse about vaping?
They're unstudied at this point. They're new.
Yeah.
Like, this is the point. This is the era of vape. I feel like when cigarettes were coming out and they were like, these are cool.
Yeah.
Remember when cigarettes were cool? I feel like that's vape right now. You know what I mean? And it's not studied long enough, but it's causing what they call it, popcorn lung. Like, they would tell me all this shit from these things because all of them have different shit in it. They can't regulate it. They said I could smoke cannabis, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And I'm like, "Even with the clots, it's not going to do anything to you." And I was like, "What?"
You were like Kramer popping up like,
So
deal.
I'm 3 weeks, and I'm like, so I can quit alcohol, no tobacco ever, none of that, and I can still smoke cannabis. And they were like, yeah. I was like, done.
Yeah.
So I've just been weed.
I'm in a cycle right now of just like can't find the right amount. It's always too little, next
The
hit,
gummies? You talking about
paranoid is
gummies?
crazy. No, smoking.
Yeah.
And I just, well, it's not, I can find the right amount. I just keep going. Just once I start, I don't stop. And by the end of the night, I'm literally spinning and paranoid. And I'm like, why did I do this? And then the next night, I'm going to do it all over again.
Yeah.
And also, I just can't, the munchies is just, I'm
that's
having
the
a
late night
second,
munchies. You gotta
third dinner,
battle it.
second,
Yeah.
third
You
dessert.
gotta fight
I
it.
got to go to, my thing is, I got to
Sleep.
smoke so much that I get so tired I go to sleep. Because if I am awake and feeling like this, I'm eating,
Well, also,
bro.
if you're going to sleep at like, a reasonable hour, you're also now working on your sleep and helping yourself better.
Yeah.
You're helping yourself better. Look, I was in the hospital and they were like, so a couple things happened. When my daughter's mom and I first split, I was worried that she wasn't going to work things out amicably and take me to court.
Mm-hmm.
So I quit smoking for months.
You were worried about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I'm going to be tested or
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
And then we were talking one day and I was like, you're not going to take me to court? And she's like, no. I was like, oh, thank God. Now I can smoke weed and get rid of all that anxiety.
For all that
The
anxiety.
thing I can't do is when shit's bad. If there's real horrible shit going on, I won't smoke weed because what it does is make me focus on it. And then I
Right.
go down rabbit holes. And I used to do that like,
Yeah.
oh, my daughter's mother's going to get a boyfriend and he's going to have kids and maybe they introduce her to drugs or work. I'm like, stop.
Yeah.
Stop that
Now I'm
shit.
with you on that. The problem is there's almost always something to worry about, at least for me.
Always,
So
yes.
it's like I don't have any major problems right now, but I'll fixate on some little thing that's going on with my ex as well, and then it's like, and then I'll fix that, and then it's something else. It's just like there's always something to hyper fixate on. But also the other side is that sober sleep is just a thing of the past.
Yeah, I
whether
finally
it's
dialed my sleep
smoking
in,
or
too.
melatonin or
CPAP,
Ambien
bro.
or something, yeah, whatever. The idea of just I feel I am 100% myself, and I'm going to lay down and close my eyes and go to sleep. That ain't ever happening again.
I didn't know I was dying in my sleep. I thought I was having dainty little sleeps over there. I thought I just
No.
woke up to go to the bathroom and
Yeah, if you ain't breathing,
my girlfriend's like,
you're
Ryan,
done.
you're dying. And I was like, what? And she's like, you're over there gasping for air. And I was
Yeah.
like, really? Because one time I woke up from that and it was 2020, February. And the only reason I say that is because it was right when the pandemic was popping off. And I woke up and I know I threw up on the floor. I know I did. And
Tracy
when
Morgan
I came
style.
back, it wasn't there. And I was like, did I just hallucinate? And I woke up because my throat was burning. I thought I was having acid reflux.
Yeah.
But it was when I wasn't breathing and I'm going, boom, I'm finally catching my air. I'm like, so I got that all dialed in. And yeah, I just fucking sleep and I smoke my weed.
You
and
wear
I do my
the
job.
thing?
Mm-hmm. I wear nasal pillows though. I went through all of them. I was like, no, we're going to do this.
So it's
We're gonna
not
do
like
it.
a headset
I don't have
thing.
the fucking
Yeah.
mask. If you're clogged up and you can't breathe through your nose, that's good because you can mouth breathe.
Mm-hmm.
But I wear little nasal pillows and
And that's just like connected to a.
it to your
Little
tube. I
tube,
bought a travel one I have with me too. Insurance doesn't cover that. It's $1,100, motherfuckers. And they'll cover the one on at your home as long as you use it 70% of the time. You got to be connected to the app and all that. And I use it every night. It's made a world of difference.
Even that pisses me off. I don't like being watched. I don't like so you
someone's
have to
using it or not
fucking
using
log into an app to tell them that
You don't
you're
have
using
to.
it.
It's just you start it and then that's it. You don't have to look at it if you don't want to. I look at it because I like to
No,
see
but
my
they
score.
look at
But
it to
even
make
just
sure.
the fact
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they're
Insurance,
monitoring
yes.
it.
Insurance
you
will
don't
be
have
like,
to
yes,
fucking
he's
monitor
used
me.
it 7 out of
Like,
10 times. We can pay.
Yeah,
That's
that,
crazy.
That,
And if you
like
don't,
that.
they won't fucking pay it.
My father says that he dreams in like HD. Like he's like when he got on the thing, he's like, I haven't had a dream in 20
Okay.
years, and now he's like, I'm meeting old friends and walking. He loves going. He goes to bed at 7:30 every
So
night.
I love
Boom.
me some Dr. Drew, but Dr. Drew and a couple other people told me that. So when I quit smoking weed at first, I would have terrible anxiety nightmares, nonstop. It was always like, for instance, I'd be coming here today and I'd be like, well, where's 111? I'm looking at 110 and 112. Where the fuck's 111? It's
Yeah.
nowhere. It's shit like that. Where are my keys? I'm just, and then terror. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And they're all saying it's the detox of the weed.
Like withdrawal
and the weed
almost?
doesn't allow me to get to REM sleep and all that. And I believed it for a long time. And then I got the fucking CPAP. And guess who's fucking dreaming? Daddy.
It has nothing to do with fucking weed.
It has
It's
nothing to
oxygen
do with weed
and
not
getting to
ever,
your brain.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not the weed not letting me get to a deep sleep. It's my fucking.
You're slowly
so
dying.
I have a wide tongue. is what they told me. And when I lay down, it basically
Pump
caps
that
my
shit up,
throat.
yeah.
And so I need air to go.
Sickler's definitely a fat tongue guy.
It's got some fat Baltimore tongue, you know?
That's what was killing me, my fucking tongue, bro.
I feel my tongue hit my cheek sometimes when I talk. I am definitively a fat-tongued idiot.
It's a
Like,
fat
I
tongue,
bite
bro.
it because it's in the way.
I have bite marks on this side too. But I was chewing my tongue in my sleep. I didn't know that either. I didn't know that.
Jesus Christ.
And I was like, oh, that's what the fuck's going on. I haven't chewed my tongue in so long, dude.
Congrats,
it's so
brother.
Nice. It's so good to sleep. But here's the other thing too. I didn't wake up like the difference for me was I woke up feeling not like that morning hangover.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a morning guy. I'm a late night guy. But getting up in the morning, I was always foggy. And I would drive to work and I'd be like, I don't remember half this fucking drive.
Yeah,
I'm just on autopilot. Now I'm clear as a bell when I wake up. That's the difference is I can wake up and get the day started, not slumber around for an hour and
that lethargy.
huge.
Yeah. How you just sleep on your back with the thing on?
I start on my back. I got the dog here in my arm like this, and then I fucking roll over. I'm sure right now I got CPAP marks on my face. You see it? My daughter tells me every morning, Dad, you got CPAP marks on your face. I'm like, I fucking slept good, girl.
Daddy's
say
dreaming.
what they want.
Daddy's dreaming. She's 11, you said?
Yeah, she just
Let me
turned
ask you
11.
this. Does she, by any chance, still believe in Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, all that stuff?
All right. So she just asked me like 3 days ago.
Okay, good.
about
Because
Santa again.
mine's 10, and she is still all in. And I am getting to the point where, on the one hand, I say, you got your whole life to be an adult. Let's keep the magic as long as you can. I would, if it was just us in a bubble, I'd let her do it till she was 40. But I know she's going to go out in the real world, and I'm afraid that, she's in 4th grade now, and she's going to say something in front of all the cool girls about Santa, and they're going to be like, you fucking idiot, and I don't want that to happen, But I also don't want to ruin the magic myself. Just last night, she lost a tooth. She wrote, she's writing a letter to the tooth fairy. I don't know if other kids do that, but we started doing that.
How much does the tooth fairy give?
I've been doing, they like Roblox, and there's the Robux,
You
It's
gotta
like
get
money.
off of there.
Yeah.
No.
But I give him. Well, yeah, I know. There's
Chris
all
Hansen,
sorts of
I
weird
had
shit
him
going
on
on
the
there.
podcast.
Yeah,
He's got a documentary coming out, not on social media, on Roblox.
Roblox. Yeah, we know we got all sorts of rules about like
That's the bad
there's no,
one.
they don't have friends. They don't message anybody. They can't do the chat, which I'm sure they're doing when I'm not watching. But like, yeah, no, it's bad. But I give them $20 of Roblox money, whatever. But so she writes this to the tooth
20
fairy.
for a tooth. Goddamn. I'm doing 5s and
Well,
10s.
yeah,
bro.
but I'm
That's
also,
still stupid.
we're divorced, I'm separate. I'm
I
trying
hear
to
you.
curse
You
in
gotta compete,
favor,
bro.
Yeah, you gotta compete, bro.
she was in a play as well, and the play goes all the way up to 8th grade. So 8th grade had like the leads, and she was like a bit role. And she got flowers, a gift card to Sephora from my mom, a gift card from Roblox to her. I was like, what are we gonna do? She ever is the lead. We're gonna buy her a fucking car.
Yeah.
'Cause she's- But so she writes this letter to the tooth fairy, and it says, as you have probably noticed, I sleep with different pillows. My tooth is under the rainbow pillow. It's in a pink tooth case, and I have a question. Why don't you reveal yourself to me? Please tell me. Thank you. And I'm like, and it's decently writing hand, I'm like, if you are old enough to write this, you're probably too old to be still believing in it.
I mean, are they hitting you with the I got the other day, why is the wrapping paper all the same? Why is the handwriting all the same?
My boy, no, because he's dopey. I think we could just do this forever. She is she's
girls are
bizarrely
way
with
smarter.
it. She's even for a girl, she's just very. So everything else, I can have super duper mature conversations. I could talk to Jackie the same way I talk to my daughter, But then she still really believes in this. So I think she probably knows, but she has not a couple questions here and there.
Well, what
but
we're
nothing.
competing with also are the older brothers and sisters that they are friends have.
Yes.
We're competing with the older brothers and sisters telling them. So, again, being a twin growing up, we had a younger brother who was just about 4 years younger. And when we knew, my dad was like, listen to me. You fucking tell him Christmas is
dead.
over.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
we would tell my brother, Santa's real. If somebody tells you he isn't, we'll fuck him up.
You know what I mean? Streets of Baltimore kicking someone's face in. What happened? He told my little brother Santa wasn't real.
That's what happened to the Jewish kid in our neighborhood.
Well, so I was gonna say,
He
forget about
got
the older
beat
brothers.
up
We had
because he
the
told
Jewish kid.
Yeah.
And
parents
Maximilian
were being
Bonds
honest to
told
him.
us all, you guys are
They beat
idiots.
that kid up. Santa's real. What the fuck?
It's a hate
But,
crime now, man.
So I did a little something. I I gave up the Easter Bunny to keep Santa Claus.
I love that trade every day of the week.
Okay, so one night she said to me, Dad, is the Easter Bunny real? And I said, why are you asking? And she goes, well, you're telling me that this oversized rabbit. Now, this is a dig at me, too, in the end, which is hilarious. She goes, you're telling me this oversized rabbit
What a fat tongue.
goes house to house and hides Easter eggs in obvious places. That's the dig at me. I was like, you fucking little punk.
Like, it's not even a fun Easter egg hunt.
In obvious places. And he doesn't have a sleigh or a car or anything. I go,
He just
She goes,
hops.
that's a lot of hopping. And she starts laughing. I look at her, I start laughing. She's like, he's not real, is he? And I just start laughing. I go, what do you think? And she goes, I don't think he is. She goes, is Santa real? I go, Santa's real.
Yeah.
And I go, I'll tell you what. The Easter Bunny's not real. She's like, it's not. I go, it's not. That's just a made up little thing. But Santa's real. And I said, if you don't think Santa's real, do yourself a favor. Just try thinking he's not. And I promise you, he isn't. If you don't believe in Santa and Christmas, when you wake up in the morning,
Not going to be there.
there ain't going to be Christmas. She goes, I know I've tried to think of him not existing, and it's hard. So, fuck the Easter Bunny. We got rid of him
Easter sucks
to save
a dick,
Santa,
dude.
you know? But
Yeah.
my point about Santa is that that's more of the spirit of Christmas. The Easter Bunny's fucking stupid. It is stupid. But Santa and the image is the idea of Christmas.
it's Christmas
so
season.
I'm never gonna, until she has kids.
Yeah.
I still may not go. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
I
always
gotta hold
probably
that.
like, no, Santa's
Hold
real.
the line
You know what I mean?
forever,
That
yeah.
one might be the one I'm like with the I don't know.
I think my
tongue-in-cheek.
parents still do that with me.
Santa brought
Yeah.
you that.
Like they,
Sign a card from
my
Santa.
parents, my gifts from parents. My parents are still
Santa.
Santa. Yeah, and like
That's the way, though, man.
they and
the
like
way.
to I guess ease you guys a little bit. Like I don't know. Like I think back to when I don't even remember how I learned.
I don't remember
it's
an
not
official
like I don't
time either.
I remember
I can see
exactly
as a
what happened,
parent
but I didn't care.
panicking about it. But like,
It wasn't a moment where you remember going, oh. Like, I remember that moment when I found out wrestling wasn't real.
Yeah.
I remember that moment.
So you're like 32, and
It's like last year. We're little kids. We're watching WWF, and my dad's coming through, just walking through the house casually. He's just going, second guy in wins. And we're like, how the fuck does he know this every time? And it's always the second guy coming in that wins. And then one day, we were athletes. We're fucking fighting, fist fighting, football, soccer, all this
throwing
shit.
snakes at each other.
So yeah, and taking Lysol cans just while we're playing Nintendo, shooting flames across your face for no reason. And my dad goes, Ryan, if we were in that wrestling ring and I threw you in the ropes, what would you do? I said, I'd grab the ropes. He goes, exactly. And I went,
Would you bounce into them and run back into my fist?
they bounce off every time for a boot or a fist. And that's when it hit me. And I remember that and not Santa. I remember going, fuck.
dude, I for some reason remember noticing in the editing, like in the production, every time there
Of
was
wrestling?
Yeah, every time there was contact, it would switch to a new angle, and I would blink, and I'd be like, "Why am I blinking every fucking time that he's supposed to hit him? Why
You know
am I
what's
missing?"
funny about that? I wrote promos for WWE maybe 10 years ago.
Wait, like a wrestler cutting a promo, or like promoting the product?
It was WWE like Raw, but it was on a kids block. And the reason I say that is because we were not allowed to show contact in our promos. So we'd see a body slam and it would be, you gotta cut away
Last second.
just before the boot. And so they conditioned us in the promos to do that. Maybe you were watching one of those where
Yeah, maybe that's
it
what
was an early day one, because they were like, you can't show the violence.
I
in-
remember noticing I would blink every time someone was supposed to get hit. And I was like, why am I blinking every time I'm supposed to get hit? And I was like, oh, because they fucking want me to blink so I don't see the actual contact because it doesn't actually exist.
I think what I'm going to say is Santa Claus made up the Easter Bunny and Tooth Fairy. You know what I mean? Like,
She
he's
hasn't even
real, but he
questioned the
made up
Tooth
these
Fairy
other
yet, which blows
stories.
me away. She's still losing teeth and hasn't questioned it. But also, I think kids are smart like we were. Shut the fuck up, because if I say anything, it's gonna stop.
Yeah,
I think they're
want
smart
that
enough.
$20. I
I
want the
think their
gifts. I
older
want
brothers
the-
and sisters have said, "Shut up," and it
Yeah,
keeps coming.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I remember my mom, she only hid our gifts in her closet. And we figured that out at a pretty young age. And she was like, yeah, that's where I hide the gifts. I'm not moving them. If you want to ruin your Christmas, go ahead. They're in there. And we just obviously we stopped going.
Christmas
at that
morning's
point.
gonna suck.
Yeah,
you know?
she's like, if you want to know all your presents and you want to ruin your Christmas, go ahead. That's where they are.
We ruined our Christmas one morning. My brother and I snuck downstairs, and no one's up yet, and we just were tearing corners.
But so it was Christmas.
It was Christmas morning, but we're tearing like you got a Han Solo, bro. Just try to and then turn it back over and shit. We're going through them all.
You got a Han Solo.
That's great, man. So the special is well, you turn a negative into a positive, right? In the sense of it's so many specials, so many podcasts. It's like the comedy revolution, has happened all these last few years, and I feel like it's hard to keep up and like have original content and shit that's like wholly unique to you. And this near-death experience gave you that in a sense. So I'm sure you would prefer to not have a blood disease and not go through that. But if you're gonna have to, turning it into an awesome comedy special is a pretty good consolation prize, right?
Dude, thank you. I one thing I rarely allow myself to do is like be kind to myself and say good for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's
hard to do.
I need more good for yous in my day.
For sure.
And I realized that my podcast, The Honeydew, is highlighting the lowlights, and that is exactly what I've actually done in my life. I keep highlighting lowlights. Mm-hmm. So to have this experience, it's very different from my first special. This is everything that happened, the aftermath, and going what it does to you and all that stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud that they almost killed me. Mm-hmm. I say it in a special, like I wasn't in there because I'm smoking too much, drinking too much, not taking care of myself. I'm in, and not because I didn't know anything. I'm in there fighting to be an advocate for myself, and they fucked up.
Wow. Yeah.
And it took 2.5 years to get fully back to anything. I got to be a single parent at this time. I'm in pain nonstop.
God damn.
It was 2 surgeries. I'm going in for, I'm doing. What are the fucking needles?
Acupuncture?
Of that, but
IV?
Epidurals?
Thank you. I'm doing epidurals. I did also stem cell, not stem cell, but where they spin it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But
come on. I know what you...
It's the shit the major league players get in their arm all the time.
I thought it was
blood doping.
No,
isn't it blood doping?
It's not blood doping.
Lance Armstrong over here.
We can't do stem cells in the U.S. That's the thing. It's not. It's
Kobe went over to like Germany or
what
some
does it
shit.
matter with me? I'm blanking right now, but it's where they take your own blood. The fucking
spin it around, right?
And then they put it back in you. Come on, help me here. Look it up. It's what every pitcher gets.
I know it.
And I've gotten a
plasma? Blood
No.
blood platelets?
No. It's a procedure.
Platelet rich plasma? PRP?
PRP.
Yeah.
That's it.
Platelet
Tommy
rich
John.
plasma, PRP therapy.
That's what I went and got. I got PRP in my back a couple times.
That shit's
as well.
going to cost so much money, huh?
That one
Gotta throw it
insurance
into
doesn't cover either. So it's
Put it in
funny
a special machine that spins it, separates it. That
and
ain't
the guy
cheap.
knew me, so he let me watch it, which is really fucking
Yeah.
cool. He's like, "You're not supposed to see this shit, but check this out." And then it's a vial, and it's like it looks like.
And it's just the plasma. That's what happens.
It separates too, so it's really dark, and then the other part looks like apple juice.
It's like
and then
oil
there's a
water sort of
thin
thing.
layer in the middle, and they put it back in your body. And I said to him, he got offended, I think, a little bit. I said, "So wait. You can take my own blood, put it back in my body, and I got to pay for that. But insurance will cover the poison you want to put in." He goes, "I don't know if it's poison."
You want it or not?
Fuck you, it's a steroid, motherfucker. So yeah, I'm real stoked about it. It's I'm real proud of it. It's all self-produced again. Shot at a comedy on state in Madison. It came out great.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's The Honeydew has also been one of my favorite things I've ever come across, because every now and then I'll just see a story from random person that is just like gives you perspective or makes you laugh or makes you relate or whatever it is. And I've always really respected you doing it, because I know how this game goes, to the point of like when you're picking out guests and who's going to be on your show, and it's like, well, like, we want the A-list star, and if we can't get that, we'll do this one. Then where do you draw the line on who's a big enough guest and who's going to get views and all that dumb shit? And you're out here just like, nobody
Give me
knows
the
who this
be- give
person
me the
is,
best
but
story.
Yeah, but you have you came
me the
back
best
from the
story.
dead, or you have a crazy story with your twin, or whatever it is, and it's always like,
When will,
shit, that
when
was
will this
cool.
come out?
Um,
Next week, or I mean after Friday, right?
Tuesday.
Great.
Yeah.
So Dolph Lundgren's my guest on the pod today.
Hell yeah.
I couldn't believe it. This dude told a fucking story. It's so good.
Bro, you got Dolph.
He-Man. Drago.
Drago. Dude.
Jago, bro.
He had a home invasion. He's not there at the time. His wife at the time was. They tie her up.
Is this America?
This was in Sweden. Here's the other thing. He's not even Russian. He's Sweden.
Yeah.
No
I
shit.
didn't know
I
he's
didn't know
Swedish.
that. Yeah.
I said he's Sweden. They robbed the house, and as they're going through the house, they see pictures. Family pictures are like, oh
They
fuck.
realize it's him.
This is like robbing Bruce Lee's house.
Yeah.
And they panic and they take off. And because he's Dolph Lundgren, he makes a couple calls. I go, is it really true they saw family pictures they got out of there? He goes, yeah. And he goes, and I got a few watches back. Can you imagine robbing He-Man's house? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we got to get the fuck out of here. But
Bro.
he got shit back.
You get your robbed items back just because of who the fuck you are.
Yeah. He's
Because
a
like,
bad
yo, he's a
too.
bad motherfucker,
He's a
but
bad
but
motherfucker.
also
he looks great.
he
He beat
but-
cancer, everything.
Yeah. I'm thinking though, if I'm high profile, I'm wealthy, whatever, I get robbed, I'm not risking anything and getting involved in you know what I mean? Like those watches are gone. But the fact that
see,
he's
you
such a
tie my
bad
wife up.
Well, that's a
tie
different
my
story.
wife
That's a
up.
different
Oh,
story.
I didn't know
That's
they
some
tied
that's
her
some
up.
Liam Neeson
Yeah.
shit. Like I'm coming for you. I got
And then
a
he went
particular
and
set
saw-
of skills.
This would be his next movie.
Yeah.
You know what I love about him is I don't know if you're an Always Sunny in Philadelphia fan, but he does Thunder Gun Express.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and I think Thunder Gun's been a joke for probably 15 years
And
on
to
that
like
show
to
now.
goof off with those guys.
And to be like, I think it was in the later season, probably season 15 or 16, something like that. He comes and does it, and it's like, dude, that's
Yep.
really cool to have that kind of sense of humor and to come and
You know what he
come
told
and
me
hang
to-
dong.
This was great. I said, Rocky 1, 2, and 3 are already massive, and you're going out for this role. He said, I think he said it was like 2,000 men that went for Drago. And he had submitted through a friend that never made it to Stallone, and they were still looking. So he said, I'm going to send it again. It got down to him and 2 Russian dudes. And he said the Russian dudes were doing a Russian version of Mr. T, like, I will break you, I will fuck you. And he said his acting coach is like, nah, you go robot. I must break you. And I was like, oh,
That's
what a call.
unreal.
It did
that
it.
acting coach earned his fucking
That
paycheck
did it.
that day.
That's
Holy
That's
shit.
also crazy
Instead
that the
of being
Russians
like
were trying the other way.
Russian
Yeah.
trying to be a bad, not that they couldn't be, like, but shit talking. He was just like, no words.
Yeah,
Because that is how I think of Russia.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like that they're all business. They'll do a shot of vodka and kill you. They don't need the trash talk.
No,
They're not
that's
doing-
right.
But man, that's great to think that like
badass.
he could have done it the wrong way.
And then I'm out
done-
here living my dream. Like I had Gene Simmons on, and I was like, "Hey, I know you got great stories, but when we were kids, I got the remote control Kiss van, and my twin brother took it and rode it right out in the street on purpose and got it run over by a car. I never got to play with it.
What a fucking
I
asshole!
go, would you mind looking at this camera right here and healing a childhood wound and saying, "Hey, Derek, fuck you"? Yeah. And he did, and then he said, "Don't forget to swallow." I was like, I said it to my brother. I go, there you go, Dick. Childhood wound closed. Dolph Lundgren's on. I go, before we leave, will you do me a favor? If I yell, throw the damn towel, will you please look at that camera and give me if he dies, he dies. He fucking did it.
No
He
shit.
did it. Yeah, he did. He's
I
great.
always appreciate
Great.
people who are willing to lean into their
Yes.
typecast role or
Don't
whatever.
take yourself too
'Cause some people take
seriously.
it, resent
Yes.
it. It's like, no, that's what made me,
Yeah.
who I am or whatever. If he dies, he dies. Fucking great, man. I showed that movie to my kids recently, and they were so jacked up, standing on the couch, like cheering, pumping. I was like, they really don't make them like they used to, man. But yeah, so the special's out. Honeydew's cooking. What I sent you something the other day about. What was it? It's like to like farm the honeydew for like the U.S. Open is something obscene amount of money or some shit.
Yeah, it was absurd amount. And then they had the drinks. They had the honeydew drinks there too. Yeah, they're
honeydews.
leaning
You
into honeydew.
need to send like a cease and desist to the U.S. Open. They're doing too much honeydew. You need to be a part of
Mountain
it.
Dew's got one now too. People keep sending me. Yeah,
I mean, it's been your brand forever now, man. So maybe get in on that. You'll be like the on the mic at the U.S. Open announcing the phone.
Dude, I'm down. I don't play tennis, but I'm down.
USTA. Yeah, man. All right, brother. Well, we appreciate you, dude. It's
Thank
always
you so much.
Thank you
Sickler.
both
It's
so much
fucking
for having
nobody
awesome
better
talking
than
to
you, except for Tracy Morgan. Maybe.
Tracy
That's about
Morgan. Go watch any Tracy Morgan. Oh wait, I'll say some more. Go watch if you haven't. Do you ever watch Tracy Morgan do morning TV?
No.
God, you guys have so
like an
much good shit
appearance,
to watch.
yeah.
So he's okay. There's two real quick. I got to get out of here too. He's got one. I want to say it's in Dallas. He's been up from the night before. He's in doing morning TV. He's got one of his legs. I can't even do it. Tucked back behind like this. And I think this might be the one where he's shirtless and he's just holding the little mic like this. And the guy's trying to talk to him, and Tracy Morgan just keeps going, I had my leg blown off in Vietnam. The morning TV. That's what he's doing. The guy's like, so you're at Hyenas today? He's like, I have my leg. And then the other one is Chicago morning. He lays across their table shirtless, and he's pumping his stomach out like this, and he's like, somebody's getting pregnant tonight. Horace, Scotty, Michael, hit your boy up. You got to watch Tracy Morgan morning TV. It's so good. Scotty. It's so good, dude. He's so good. He's the best.
Thank you, bro.
guys.
I really
Thanks for
appreciate
having
it.
me.
Thank you very
Anytime,
much,
dude.
Sickler, man.
Anytime.
You're
And
the
go
best.
go watch the special. Go check out the Honeydew. Ryan Sickler on everything. Check it out. You will not be disappointed, man.
The Way Back, too. Check out The Way Back.
The way back. Yes, sir.